Hello and welcome everybody to session 36 of Descent into Avernus. We are nearing the end games. There are not many sessions to go. Who knows? The
Money
party
sessions.
could finish tonight. It's possible. There's a dramatic battle unfolding. So, I'm going to give the recap because I totally want inspirations from the DM variety. So, last week's episode, the party dealt with a group of demons that were trying to breach the citadel that was created by Lulu. And they eventually came across a Alfeshni and a group of Bulazal demons and promptly murdered all of them without much effort. Lulu opened the way into the citadel, and the party walked in to see a large open place of just pure white. And in the center of the room, atop a dais, was a large shiny sword. I don't remember who tried to grab it. I think it was Edmund.
It was.
Someone approached the sword to try to take it, as this was the party's goal, and suddenly found themselves in the middle of a fiery hellscape. More fiery and hellscapish than the one they were previously located in Avernus, as it was a burning village of some sort. The party ended up in the middle of a fight with gnolls and other various demons, dretches, rocks, and ended up fighting off a lot of demons and encountered a priestess of Lathander, who informed them that the village was under attack and that several people were taking shelter inside of the temple and that she was waiting for Lathander to aid them, for Zariel to save them. And there was a giant statue of Zariel in the middle of town as well. She promptly re-entered the temple at the approach of a very large snake-like creature with a gnoll's body. And the party, after a particularly close and harrowing encounter, in my opinion, probably the closest one to someone dying, managed to defeat the creature and ultimately kind of ended up in more combats with other demons and gnolls. The village is kind of under a perpetual assault. In the middle of the combat, the party heard a very disconcerting laughing and cackling sounds coming from the west. And breaching through the cloud of fog on the western side of the village, huge gnoll-like creature began rampaging out from the cloud, destroying buildings on the way. And the party would recognize its uncanny resemblance to the statue that they had encountered earlier, as well as the idol that they had previously found from a bunch of crazed humans on their way to Baldur's Gate. And the party is pretty confident that this is likely Inogu. And with that, we are still in the middle of combat. Derek had just shot a fireball and murdered a bunch of stuff. And now we are back to enemy block.
Combat music.
Combat music. Now, the rock.
Boss music.
Nope, not boss music. Not yet.
Oh. Really?
It's approaching.
Wherever he explained it last
Okay,
week,
alright, okay.
It's approaching.
or last session, whatever it was.
Okay.
We're in,
The frog.
we're in cinematic mode. Ish.
Oh, why is the boss music lower than the town music? Oh, better.
For a distortion atmosphere, maybe?
There we go. Okay, cool. Alright, this rock had previously used its spores, so does not have them. Yeah. Which rock is this? Of course, because I did the rocks together. Oh, it's the rock block. I didn't roll them together. Okay.
Just do rock, paper, scissors to figure out which one goes first.
I hate you so much, so I think I'm gonna find a way to attack you. Let me see how I'm gonna do this.
Hey, you said rock block. I was just going with you. I waited.
You've hit rock bottom with these, Maurice.
Oh no! He won. Maurice won. You made one.
All right. Well, we're doing this. The rock is deeply offended by your horrible puns and lets out a dramatic screech. Actually, I'll make it this bottom left one.
I can't believe I didn't think of that one. Rock bottom. Good. Solid.
Gonna hit these two
Painful.
gnolls as well. It will not hit you, Derek. Everybody else, Antamila, Eldrin, Edmund, give me a Constitution saving throw.
How shy.
Don't forget your +5 for me, friends.
Dopey dope's dope.
All of you are good. This rock on the right. He was gonna do the same thing, but oh, I have to roll for the gnolls. Give me a second. I'm confident they're not gonna make this. Yeah, both fail. You see the gnolls just grab their ears. Most effective combat tactics you've ever seen. And they seem to be stunned by this. This rock didn't get Firebolt, so he'll attack Eldrin. This is... Eldrin, what's your AC right now?
21.
Hit you with its talons.
Especially without protection.
Oh, knuckle friend.
Eldrin, you will take 14 slashing damage.
I'm gonna half that.
Okay. Are you concentrating on anything at the moment?
I am not.
Cool. That will be it. No block. Oh, it's top of initiative? Let me roll in a guy over here who begins to savage some buildings as he moves forward. That closes. Free. Alright, found him. Alright. Cool. Knowles. You all hear a very spoopy sound in the distance as the creature approaches.
Well,
Oh, what? Okay.
This gnoll will try to flank you, but his friend is not providing any sort of flank as he is just grabbing his ears. And it will miss you horribly, Antamila. Eldrin, it is your turn.
Alright. I will... Let's see. Can you remind me who looks kind of hurt?
Yes, almost everything seems to be singed with fire, except with the rock to your to your direct east.
Okay.
Everything else is hurt in some way. Oh, actually, this knoll's untouched, except for when he was grabbing his ears.
Alright. I'm just gonna bonus action disengage.
Okay.
I'll come here, I guess. And shoot at the rock. That's hurt.
Okay.
Right.
Oh my god.
Ooh, nice. And that means
Going
that.
to start it off.
It does.
Okay. So then I will shoot at the other one.
Okay. No, that's a miss.
Yep. And I will move here next to Edmund in the air.
Okay. Alright, something to consider that we're going to talk about a little more possibly in the future is getting hit and riding around on the broom in the middle of combat, taking both of your hands off the broom and stuff like that. Might
Sure.
get a little awkward if you take a lot of damage. Just keep that in mind.
Okay.
That thing barely hit you last time, but
Yeah. I mean, I think we're not that high in the air anyways. We're like 5 feet up.
yeah, just more so the effect of possibly falling down
Right.
prone might be relevant. Alright, anything else, Eldrin?
Bonus action. Nope, I think I'm good.
Cool. Edmund.
I'm going to attack the knoll to my top left. I'm going to attack the rock, but
Will strategically put itself in a flank.
Poor guy.
yeah.
Your sword cuts him in two.
Let
You
me
bisected a knoll.
check.
The no totals for me.
Here and attack. And I will use my Radiant Soul on that, which is 12 extra radiant damage. So 27 total.
Okay.
And I'll stay where I am.
Okie dokie. The mighty single dretch slowly lumbers, barely making it into melee with Antamila.
Oh, I forgot
Slow
about
little
that.
tired legs. He's been
sad
trying the whole time. His dream came true. He made it into melee. Dream
I'm a
true.
people pleaser.
He tries to bite you onto Mila. Actually, no. Because you pissed me off with that awful pun, he's going to make you
What?
make a Constitution save.
Hey!
Give me a
Hold
con
on.
save.
You totally. Oh, that's not even fair. That's bogus.
Oh, you even make it with a 12, though. That sucks. This poor little guy. I was hoping that he'd get you out of Edmund's aura. Darn it. It shoots out a green, noxious gas. But you've fought these things before. And you've smelled worse. You've smelled Edmund after days of travel and plate armor. This is nothing to you. And you're able to shrug it off. He's done. This poor Noel is gonna have to make a save at the start of his turn. What are you gonna do on Tamil?
1 moment. Do. Will it actually? Can I just? I'm going to call lightning right there.
Okay. They have to make dex saves, which won't matter for the poor Dretch. He will die. See, it will matter for the gnolls. Let me take a look. He's no longer stunned, so he doesn't auto-fail this. But he will fail it and explode.
Beautiful.
Anything else on
Alright.
Camilla?
10, 15, 20. I'm going to. Well, I don't know if I can. I mean, you could talk, an utter interaction. But I think I imagine praying would be a full action. So.
I see. You're trying to read an inscription on the thing or say something in particular.
Yes.
Yes, that would take a action to do on your turn.
Okay. Then I will do nothing else.
Okay. Eric.
Cool. The knoll next to me, I will cast Toll the Dead, Wisdom 17, please. And it has been hit,
Oh yeah.
so...
It makes the save though.
Oh, okay.
Strongest null. Strong null boy. Who's a good doggo? You done, Derek?
Yep, I'll hold position.
Alright. This rock sees a guy fly towards him. He will... Already uses spores. I will have him move here and uses Screech on you three. If you could, please give me a Constitution saving throw.
Which one's the third?
Not you, Derek. Edmund, Eldrin, and Antamila.
Constitution?
Yep. You are all unaffected. Your ears have become accustomed to the loud screeches of rocks. In the distance, the laughing grows louder. And this creature drags its three-headed flail across this building, obliterating the building. Which, to be fair, was on fire, but it is now just utter rubble, and if there was anybody inside there, they are probably no longer part of this world. Okay, let me appropriately rubble this building. Oh. Alright. Top of the initiative is Noel. Sorry, I'm trying to appropriately rubble here. Alright, that building has been rubbled.
Yep.
This Noel will try to attack Derek, seeing he's not in a good space, but inspired by the appearance of his glorious leader. Perhaps fearful of what would happen if he tried to run. He tries to spear Derek. Oh! Inspired by his leader indeed. Derek, the Knoll, hits you.
For 2 damage.
Derek,
Mm-hmm.
you will take 15 damage.
Okay.
Feeling pretty good about that. He's feeling pretty good about that. And he will move behind you as to not be in the way of when his boss arrives. Eldrin.
Alright, I will disengage once again.
Yeah.
Somewhere like here. And shoot at the rock.
Okay.
That's one.
It will be a miss and a hit.
Right, and then a little bit of that.
Yeah. Alright. Anything else?
Nope, I think I'm good.
Okay. Edmund.
I'm gonna attack that there rock.
I'm gonna attack that there Brog there, man. Ooh, you hit him.
Yeah.
15 damage?
Yeah, he's still up.
Yeah.
No, plus another 12 for my radiant soul.
Got it. He is still up.
Alright, I will attack him again.
Alright. The hit.
And I will. Nah, I'm good. That's it.
Alright, he's
Nope,
still up.
Yeah, figured. Okay. I will. Dang. Never mind. I'm not gonna move.
Never
sorry,
sorted
I was-
this guy properly into initiative, so. Fix.
I gotta stay. I'm good. I'm gonna stay there.
On to Mila.
We're so good.
Okay, so I'm going to go to my knees in front of the statue and say, "O blessed Lathander, great morning lord, I, a lowly servant of Elker, do humbly beseech your aid. Under the holy visage of your avenging angel, please lend us the strength to fend off these demons who dare attack your worshippers."
The brief pause. You feel as though your prayers are completely unanswered. But then suddenly you feel particularly inspired as a aura of radiant light emanates from the statue. And you, firstly, will obtain inspiration.
Oh, cool.
And secondly, you will obtain a benefit that I will be messaging you on Facebook. When nobody else knows.
Mmm. Good features. Or cursing.
If you need to know what that is, let me know. And I could let you know.
Okay.
I posted a link to it for you.
Thank you.
No problem. Anything else on Tamila?
Okay, with that being said, let me 5, 10, 15, 20. Move beside Derek. And I don't think I can do anything else right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty sure I can't, unfortunately, because that was an action, so yeah. Good.
Big boy's turn. The creature looks up from the distance, seeing radiant light emanating from the statue, and looks in your general direction. He focuses his eyes straight towards you all and begins to charge.
Oh. Well. Now I feel like I should have stayed ahead.
Altamila, suddenly next to you, a red weapon appears in midair. It looks like a 3-headed flail.
How lovely.
And it will swing wildly at you.
Jeebus.
Is this weapon spiritual in nature?
It certainly looks kind of transparent. It reminds you of your spiritual weapon.
Interesting. We're gonna have a Pokemon weapon battle.
It will miss you.
Yay!
Derek, it is your turn.
Cool. I yell to the group. Ready? Yeah. Say, oh, F that.
Okay.
And then I yell to the group. I yell to the group. Get ready to go fast, and I'm going to cast haste on Eldrin and Edmund.
Okay. Can you
Yep.
make it again?
Yep.
Thank you.
I'm going to wrap around to this side of Dingus, and that's my turn.
Okay.
And I will put that in chat in just a second.
Rock Boy's turn. Edmund, how high up are you right now?
I think I had said I wanted to be as high as I could be with my shield of faith still affecting the party.
All right,
So
that's 10 feet. So
Yeah.
that's where I thought we were. Okay.
Yeah.
This creature will move here and attack you twice, Edmund.
Okay. My AC is currently 26.
It seems to be noticeably trying to get out of the way.
And just like attacking along its way to leaving.
It's like kind of. It looks like it's trying to not put itself between you and the huge hulking creature that is approaching.
Sure.
Bites at you with its beak, missing. It slashes at you with its talons, missing. It finishes its turn. At the end of its turn, the creature pulls out its flail and swings it at Eldrin.
There it is. Protection. I was gambling. I didn't use it on Anthemilla because I assumed he had an attack.
Where are you? Eldrin. Edmund tries to interpose his shield between you and this huge flail. To no avail. I'm gonna assume you're only 10 feet in the air, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I said I was gonna be next to it.
Yeah, he had said he was next to me again.
Okay. Eldrin, you are pushed off of your broom 15 feet in this direction. So here. As this creature swats you out of the air like a fly. And you'll take 21 bludgeoning damage from the flail. And I need you to... Actually, I'll use this effect. You will take an additional 14 damage. So, I'm sorry, total of 35 damage from the flail. You're prone.
Shit.
I'm gonna also do something for the broom in a second. Give me a sec.
I'm gonna cut it in two.
What?
I'm taking half that damage.
Yep. Give me just a second.
Nope.
Need to see.
So there's no check for me to see if I could hold on to the...
Actually, I am going to give you a strength saving throw. I forgot that this had it. To avoid being pushed by this. Because there is a chance that you don't actually get pushed. Yeah, no, not even close.
Well, does it 17 beat it? Because he's still in my aura.
Absolutely not even close, no.
Got it.
What else is it? Oh, I was gonna pick a direction that the broom flies in. Give me a second. 1 is north, 2 is east, 3 is south, and 4 is west. 2 is east, so it's going in the same direction as you. It's right near you, Eldrin.
Okay.
The Knoll's turn. He sees a prone target on the ground. He'll try to stab you.
He's not gonna see me.
Oh, why?
Because I'm gonna disappear.
Wait, can you do that if you use your reaction to half the damage?
Oh, is it a reaction as well?
I think so.
Oh, okay, it is a reaction. Never mind. I've never used it. So
Yeah, that was a good moment for it.
okay.
But
No, that's
reducing the
fine.
damage is probably more important for that one.
Yeah, it is. It is.
The Knoll will try to stab you while you're on the ground, trying to kind of regain your composure.
Yeah, that's fine.
It will miss you.
Okay.
Eldrin, it is your turn.
All right. Can I free action grab the broom? You said
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
in the same direction?
Free item interaction.
Yep. So I'll do that. I will... Okay, let me think. Bonus action... Disengage. Have double movement because of... what's it called? Haste. So I will... pretty much I'll go around this corner. But make sure that I can pop out to shoot at the big guy.
Okay.
And I will... Wait, give me a second. Let me make sure... Is action search a bonus action?
No, I think action surge is a free action.
Let me double check here. So I have a lot of ability. You take one additional... Yeah, it doesn't say anything, so I'm guessing it's reaction.
Yep, I'm pretty sure it is.
Now,
I just want to make sure you didn't use action surge in the fight with the snake monster.
I took a short rest afterwards.
Oh, that's right. He recharges on a short rest. You
Yep.
got it.
Can I... Okay, I guess we deal with this again. But I don't think he should be able to see me.
It's a little awkward because he's taller than the building.
How much taller?
Not substantially.
Yeah, he would have to be like crazy taller.
Yeah. I will say that he. For you to have line of sight to him, I think the way
I only had line of sight to like his leg, right? Or his toe.
Sure, but
Does a
he can see
sharpshooter.
from any square that he occupies. So if he could draw line of sight to you from any square he occupies, we're just gonna make it simple like that. I thought about this whole thing from last time when we were talking about it. We never really kind of fully ruled on it. But for really large creatures, it's hyper awkward because they're really, really big, and they occupy 9 squares or more, well, sometimes. And just assuming that they could look from the very little dot of the center of their square is a little weird. You know, you guys can look around corners and stuff like that. They could do the same thing. From, like, when you peek around buildings and stuff like that. Does that make sense? Because you're drawing a straight line to his square that he occupies.
Right. Okay. Should be okay then. Should have known.
Hey, give me an attack roll if you're gonna shoot him.
I have 2 more of the paralyzed arrows.
Ooh.
I don't know if he's immune to poison or not, but might as well try.
I don't know either. Let me look.
We will find out.
He's not a demon. Is he? Wait, what is? Is he a demon?
He looks certainly very demonic. You would know that from your previous checks.
Yeah, 'cause
He's a demon lord.
Right.
You do know that a lot of demons are immune to poisons.
Right. Do know that. But I don't know for sure, and I think it's worth it. So I'll shoot both of the arrows.
All right.
So let's do that.
All right. 20 will hit. 28 will hit.
Oh, I want to make sure that he hit me with 23 AC as well.
Oh yeah.
With the protection. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. I forgot the AC from haste.
Good to
So
know.
both of those hit.
Yes.
Okay. He has to do the whole shebang, you know.
The whole shebang.
Okay, like if he rolls for the paralyzed or not.
He seems completely unfazed. You don't think he's poisoned.
So we don't worry about it, and then we shoot him with the 4 more arrows. Yep.
Blast him.
Blast him.
19, 14, 15. The 26 will hit him for 25 damage. Anything else, Eldrin? The blasting has commenced.
I'm just gonna move around the corner.
Okay. At the end of your turn, Edmund, this thing runs up behind you. Edmund, it's your turn as this creature approaches you.
Got it. Okie dokie. I will, well, that makes me want to attack the rock now. I wasn't going to, but I don't want the rock giving this stupid thing advantage.
That might be bad.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and attack the rock.
Ooh.
And man. No, I'm not gonna do a divine smite. Oh, because there's an extra 12 damage on that too,
Okay.
just from
And
bringing so.
The smite would also double, right?
Yeah, with the 12 be multiplied.
No, the 12 is not doubled.
No, not the 12. The smite.
No. Yeah, I'm debating. He's talking about should I use a smite?
Ah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh, the radiant's not multiplied? No fair.
No. It's not a die roll. You double die roll.
Yeah, static damage is a
Oh,
double.
it's just straight. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great damage. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use a level 1 smite.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go crazy with it. Knowing my luck, this guy's already dead, but...
He's obliterated. He literally disintegrates in midair. There's no
that's
remaining
perfect.
pieces of this creature.
That works. Second attack on big boy.
Ooh, you attacking big boy?
Missing probably.
Definitely missing.
Yeah. My only hope was that he's as broad as a barn, so...
He's as broad as a barn, but he's a thick boy.
I missed with a 9. I missed with a 19, so you need a 20 or above.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, Jesus.
I didn't notice that. That's scary as shit.
Try again.
In that case, I will use my move to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. What do I need to be?
What do you
30? Sure. I'm going to try and get set up for that. Alright, and then I'll take my additional attack action for haste.
Okay.
Which will
That
hit.
will hit, definitely.
And I will use a level 2 smite, even though it's not crit.
So close.
Yeah, so close.
Just gotta throw everything at him.
Yep, I gotta find... I always have trouble finding my smite. Smite, and it's a level 2, so 2d8 plus 1d8, and then an additional 1d8 because I'm assuming he's a fiend.
He's very much a fiend. Alright.
So, all of that added together. 14, 19, 22, 30. Yeah. 30
Okay.
damage. And I still have a bonus action left. Which I don't think I'm going to do anything with, but just double checking. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with that.
Alright, at the end of your turn, he brings down his flail towards you, trying to bat you out of the sky.
26 AC.
Will hit you.
Son of a bitch.
Edmund, you will be subjected to... Give me a wisdom saving throw, Edmund.
Not strength? I mean, my wisdom's higher, but...
I imagine it might be something else.
You are not affected. Also, give me a strength saving throw.
There.
You are good. You hold steadfast in the air against the blunt force of the flail, preventing you from being launched across the room into the fire behind you. Altabila, it's your turn.
Alright. Derek has some fun stuff going, so let's not waste his time. Spiritual weapon to the knoll. And... Oh, sorry, yeah, good. Click.
Ooh, does that miss?
I think it might.
It does. Holy noly, what are you doing?
Stupid knoll.
Oh, thank God he didn't hear it. Everything's fine.
I heard it. Holy noly.
No. And ay.
Hiya. For you, chat.
Just free him with a distraction. Yes.
Wait, what happened? Oh, the music restarted.
Give me a reflex saving throw as I raise my... Oh, I don't have a sword in my hand, though. Little wand, the rod, into the sky.
Yeah?
And send down a giant column of lightning on Yanugu. With divine...
Ooh.
Nice.
Alright.
I forgot you still had that thing.
I did Channel Divinity. So, Channel Divinity 1! Full damage. So if he, he's either going to take 30, 60, or... Yeah, 30 or 60, yeah. Well, if he makes it dexterity, then I don't know.
He will make his dexterity. And it's lightning damage, right?
It is lightning damage.
Okay.
Okay, so launch him, because I'm doing it away from Derek, so I don't have to worry about it. So, probably here, which is going to be really awkward.
If you cast it here, it's gonna hit you.
Yeah, I probably would have cast it here, so it's probably going to launch him in a weird direction. But just 10 feet back, I guess, from this spot.
Okay.
Because I don't want to try and dodge that. That seems like
This is gonna be hyper awkward. Let me make a roll. 1 is bad, 2 is good. Two is good. Okay, everything works as expected, and he doesn't fly over Edmund.
I mean, it's not going. Oh, he's just going. No, he is pretty good. Okay.
Well, that was me being nice, because if I made him go straight left, he was gonna run over Edmund.
Ooh, do I get an attack of opportunity?
No.
No.
Force movement does
Oh,
not give you
force
an
movement. I always forget about force movement. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, and that is my turn.
Alright. He looks at you, Antamilla. Seeing that you were the one that had activated the statue. You dare challenge him. You push him away from his prey. He looks at you and smiles and laughs. And moves into a glorious flanking position. Edmund, he will provoke from you. Edmund,
Ooh.
you hit him
Oh my.
for 14
Wait.
damage.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I was making sure I didn't get the flank off that. I didn't think I did because I'm in the wrong position and it's attack of opportunity.
Yeah. Well, you would
He still
normally
has the
get them on
option
flank.
He still has the option to smite on bonus action, on reaction move.
You could burn a spell slot.
Oh,
Your other things are once per round, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, pretty sure.
Is it once per round or once per turn?
That is
That's
important.
That
Hold
is
on. Once per turn on Radiant Soul. That's
So you
Radiant
could use
Soul.
that again.
Ooh.
That's
still
another
more
12.
damage.
Oh, it's already, we've gone through the initiative tracker again? Since my
No,
last one?
but turn is...
Turn is different than round, so turn is whoever
Oh,
goes.
yeah, you're
whoever
right.
whoever
Oh, yeah.
goes.
Yeah, so I will use that for an additional 12,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to double check Divine Smite.
You could use Divine Smite on any hit you make. It's just whether or not
Okay.
you want to burn the spells.
Yeah, I would like to save it for crits, but I mean, how likely is it going to be that I'm going to crit? Like, I'm going to use the second
It's exactly a 5% chance that you're going to crit.
option, right? But it's man.
Two
Alright.
of your hits were 28 out of 29. You almost crit him twice.
Yeah. Alright, so, okay, alright, so I did a level 2 Divine Smite again.
Okay.
So level 1, level 2, and then extra D8 for Fiend.
Okay.
So all that.
Cool. Antamilla,
This gonna hurt real bad.
you about to taste it. You about to
Ooh.
taste it, death. Antamilla, are there any prayers that you want to say in this moment of murder? They will go unanswered as the flail comes flying down towards you, making a sonic boom sound
Oh,
before it
Jesus.
hits you. The first one will hit.
Okay, let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Click, click.
Alright. You will take...
And that means it's off.
So, wait, what's off?
Well, the first one hit. Like I have to have concentration on the storm.
Oh, you
So
get to
now
make it
that-
concentrate. Oh, I didn't see you roll it. Holy shit, yeah. So 14 damage for the first hit. And I would like for you to give me a Constitution saving throw. Your favorite saving throw.
Oh, this is the moment.
Oh, nice.
Nice, you save. And it's a
Oof.
glorious save. The
Now,
second
can you
flip.
give me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh.
He could. He makes whatever your DC is.
Okay. And it's gonna be just a Rod of Retribution.
Mhm.
I don't have it. Half of that.
Half of it. Okay.
And he moves 10 feet back.
Is it, what kind of damage is it?
It's lightning. The Rod of Retribution, I can't choose it. It's just lightning.
Okay. He will take 2 damage. He will move back and promptly move back towards you. And continue the assault.
Well, but if that happens, then Edmund no, you
No.
only have 1 reaction.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah.
Next flail hits. Oh, will only hit you because of the flank, actually. He rolled
That
really
Knoll-
bad.
Really wish that Knoll should be dead.
Yeah.
That Knoll is
He did.
doing work. Altamila, you will take 16 bludgeoning damage. And
Ow!
I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom!
You are good. He will pause before his third swing, and he says to you, what languages do you speak, actually?
I don't think I might understand it unless you can speak Abyssal, but or
No, that's-
Infernal,
that-
rather.
oh,
Common,
yeah, no.
Draconic, Dwarvish, and Infernal.
So in Abyssal, so anybody nearby would hear this. He says, "You smell familiar. You will make a fine meal for Yinogu." And he brings down his
All
flail
I
forth.
hear is...
Oh, I'll do it for you. And he brings down his flail for a third time. And hits you again because of the flank.
Ugh.
I
You'll
am
take-
murdering the fuck out of that Knoll.
That Knoll is doing work, dude!
Yeah.
He will hit you for 18 bludgeoning damage, and one of the spikes catches in your arm. And you will take an additional 9 bludgeoning damage.
Ow! Jesus. Alright.
As a bonus action, he will swing at you with his little flail monster guy.
Makes sense.
What's your AC right now?
It is still 20.
It'll hit you. For...
With the 20 with disadvantage?
Wait, this little flail guy is disadvantage?
It's part of him, isn't it? Just like mine gets advantage if I get advantage.
Huh.
And disadvantage.
Let me think. I will say yes. He'll roll again. They only rolled once for this one. It will miss you.
Thank God.
Yeah, that's a good call. Oh, I didn't think of that. Alright.
So much ouch. In such a small amount
This
of time.
Knoll, dude. This little Knoll guy. And then... That'll be it for him.
Oh, that's it? That's all?
Derek. Your turn.
Cool. Alright, I'm going to disengage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go... Ooh, I start going around this corner thinking I have a lot more, and I'm like, oh, I fall... I guess I go hide in this corner. So... That's my turn.
Okay. This Knoll will attack Antamila?
Mm-hmm.
Little baby Knoll. It will hit you.
No,
Or
it's doing more work than any Knoll I've ever seen in my life.
he hits you for 10 piercing damage.
Jesus Christ. If I had one more reaction, I would absolutely hit him.
Yes, he's getting a promotion. if he were a devil, but he's not. He's done. At the end of his turn, Inogu bites at Edmund.
Okay.
Missing him. He also bites at Altamila. Hitting her. 14 piercing damage. He also bites his Knoll friend.
Wait, what?
What? What?
He can reach him from there?
Yeah, 10 feet.
Light? Okay.
Wait, he has 15.
I figured he had 15 with the flail. I didn't know he had 10 with the bite.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
He has 10 with the bite.
Alright.
And this Knoll looks up to see the gaping maw of Inogu swallow him whole. Welcome to demons. Eldrin, it's your turn.
Light him
Okay.
up?
Chaos.
What an interesting turn of events.
He couldn't have done that one round earlier?
It takes 2 legendary actions, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You have to get close.
When he does that, do we see him, like, heal or anything?
We see. No.
Okay.
Oh, he just ate the dude.
Didn't know if he was doing some Sheltier stuff there.
No, he just ate the dude.
Alright.
I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Mark the guy.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes.
Oh! Hold on. I apologize. Before this
Yep.
goes too far.
Yep.
Nope, never mind. Ignore me. Everything's fine. I
Yeah,
forgot he actually
okay.
kind of does have a shell tier effect for certain things, but not like that. It's different. Oh, everything's fine.
Not like this.
Alright. So then I will attack. Miss. Makes a hit. Sneak attack. Hunter's Mark.
35. Miss.
Okay.
Done?
It's me.
Which one miss?
Edmund, are you still in the sky right now?
The first and the third.
Yeah.
I
At
thought
the,
you. No, you. Oh no, never mind.
at the end of Eldrin's turn, he will try to bat you out of the sky with his flail.
Okey-dokey.
And miss you. Your turn, Edmund.
Seeing his attempts at this, and seeing there's no other enemies right now, and I don't really need a ton of mobility, and I can fly again if I need to, I will come down to the ground. If I move to here, is that a flank with Anthamilla?
Nope, down one more will be, though.
Here?
Nope, left one more.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will go there, flying downward. And I'm going to hack and slash this guy like 3 times in a row,
Oh, yeah.
basically. I'm going to do it one at a time, obviously. Alright, so first one,
Miss.
second one.
Hit. Because of flanking.
Yeah. Next one.
Don't forget about the 12, right?
Oh yeah, the 12 was added on the first one.
Oh,
Well, the first one missed.
Oh, sorry. Well, the second.
the one that you hit on. Yeah, got it.
Right. 12 additional radiant. Yeah, sorry. I was debating on using a third level spell slot for the Divine Smite there. I really want to save it for crits, but I also need to actually hit him, and it's so tough to hit him. Yeah, I'm gonna
You just need to pump some damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna Divine Smite him.
Okay.
Third level. That second one to hit. So level 1, level 2, level 3, and then he's Fiend. Nice rolls.
Nice rolls.
Oof. How much is that?
8, 8, 16, 21, 30 more on top of the other. So 30 plus 12, 42, 49, 57 altogether I counted.
57.
Now do it again.
Do a game?
Yeah, and then my extra attack from haste.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Came undone at the same time. You gotta watch that replay. You probably look fucking stupid.
Yes!
Yo.
I will use my final third level spell slot, which is my final spell slot at all, and I will Divine Smite again.
Again?
So it's gonna be
Macam.
it's third level, so it's gonna be what, 68, right? And then 2d8 for the extra fiend damage. So 2d8, 48, 68, and then 2 extra for the double up on the fiend. So what is that? 12, 24.
So 2 more, right?
40.
No, that was. So it's 3d8 for a level 3 smite, right?
So 2d8 all the way down.
It was
And
5d8. It was
2d8
5d8 before, so it should be 10d8 now,
Wait, what?
right? 2d8, 1d8, 1d8, 1d8. That's what you did last smite.
2d8, level 3. Oh, did I roll too many on that last one? It was a third level. You get 2d8 for base level. Oh no, you're right. 2d8, and then 1d8 for level 2, 1d8 for level 3,
Right. And then
and then
Yeah,
1d8 for fiend.
yeah, so it should be 10d8
So-
now.
So
So
2,
two more
4,
D8.
6, 8. So 2 more d8. Okay. Alright, there we go.
Alright. So,
All together.
Nope.
Did
Your
you actually
sword.
finish him with a crit?
your sword slashes across the creature's chest, and it reels back in pain. And it looks as though things are over and fine. The creature suddenly lurches back right into your face with a toothy maw, laughing. But from the sky, the creature kind of diverts its attention from you, and a large golden colored, all you could describe as a golden colored elephant, flies from the sky with an angelic creature riding on its back. And the creature rams into Inogu. You hear some words in Celestial, mixed with arcane mutterings, and a portal opens in front of Inogu, and Lulu kind of bashes him in. And the creature kind of grasps toward you, Edmund, but is unable to reach due to the velocity of Lulu's speed ramming him into the portal. No longer here. Or his death weapon is no longer either.
Get banished.
All is quiet for a moment. The portal closes almost instantly. And the creature on the mount, it looks like Lulu, obviously. You've seen Lulu in giant mastodon murder form. Lulu doesn't seem to acknowledge you, though. But the angelic woman looks down at you, and she thanks you and says,
Okay.
"Thank you for defending the people of this village. Unfortunately, I was late and many have died." And you see, before you're able to kind of respond, several men kind of ride up from the west on horseback, carrying banners. You recognize these banners as belonging to the Hellriders. You see a woman, notably, you don't really recognize any of these people, save for a woman who is towards the front of these mounted men. And it appears to be a woman in her 30s, and she has a fresh, deep cut on her cheek. And she kind of gives you a wink as she keeps riding by. You kind of see her ride off with a couple of other Hell Knights. They seem to be going in the direction of the outskirts of the village, chasing down remnant gnolls. And she looks towards you and says, "I'm about to lead a force. Inogu slaughtered those I swore to protect. I can stop him, and others like him." And suddenly, it's really awkward. You don't know why, but all of you are kind of brought before this angel. It's like, it's kind of reminiscent of the dream situation you guys had with the hag, where you kind of transition between scenes. All of you are kind of standing before this angelic warrior, riding on giant Lulu. And the Hell Knights are suddenly all back, gathered kind of to the west side of the village, all on horseback in formation, and there is a large portal opened in the center of town. And the woman looks towards you, the angelic woman looks towards you, and asks you each a question. "I might have to give up all I stand for, but I could stem the tide of chaos, save many lives from the demonic terrors of the abyss. Were you in my place, would you risk it all to save others?" She looks towards Edmund first.
He says like it's not a real question.
Did you say something?
Yeah, I said he says yes as if it's not a real question.
Antamila, she looks towards you, expecting an answer.
What's the question exactly?
"Were you in my place, would you risk it all to save others?"
I mean, when it's phrased like that, that's gonna be like a quick yeah. That's a no-brainer.
She looks towards Eldrin.
Depends, you know.
She looks towards Derek.
Yeah, very unsure, says, "I suppose."
Antimilla gives you a cutting look.
She kind of nods, and you see she has a brief moment of hesitation.
I'm not trying to deceive the angel.
Yeah, fair.
She "Thank you again for doing what you could to defend these. I will put an end to this." And she turns around and flies into the portal, riding Lulu. All of the Hell Knights stream into the portal after her on horseback. And suddenly, in a bright flash of light, all of you find yourselves back in the Bleeding Citadel. For those of you who didn't hesitate and answered that you would risk it all to save others, you have gained a charm of you have gained a charm of vitality. Charms are boons that are applied to you by powerful creatures, and this particular charm allows you to give yourself the benefit of a potion of vitality as an action one time. Once you use it, it cannot be used again. This applies to Edmund and Anthamila. Let me change the... You're no longer in a burning death village. Back to... You find yourselves standing where you were before the dais, atop of which blows the sword of Zariel. Before you, you see Lulu and the woman that you saw riding on horseback, who you presume is some sort of spirit or ghost of Yale. Lulu is first to speak. Says, Idleglyn was the last straw. We followed Zariel to Avernus, but the evil there proved to be too much for us. Osmodeus appeared and promised Zariel infernal legions to end the blood war, but she had to give the Lord of the Nine Hells her fealty. She accepted and became an archdevil, but not before Yale and I took her sword, hoping that it could redeem Zariel someday. I gave up my magic, and Yale her life, and struck this place to protect the sword. Yale's ghost, spirit, whatever, chimes in. Says, You have faced many trials to claim the sword of Zariel. I'm sorry to say, you face one more. It is as the inscription on the dais says, the hero who becomes one with this blade exists no longer. Which of you is brave enough to draw the blade and be gone forever?
I mean, I'm assuming that it broke our like kind of continuity type thing, because when we went into the vision, Edmund had like put his hand on it and went to pull it out.
No, I had informed you when you reached. You never actually got to touch it.
Oh, I never actually got it. That's right. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
I look at Edmund like.
That's it. I'm just making shifty eyes at him and like,
I don't mind Greg. Like, we're going to take the sword, so I mean.
Yeah, I mean that's happening. I just I just need to know that, you know, when it happens, that, you know, you guys will actually use it to try and free Avernus, or try and free Elturel, or at least get its people out.
well, I'm sure you'll still be here, but not in your current form.
Maybe. What?
You can ask.
What do you mean by what you just said, Yale?
Yale remains silent. Lulu looks forward with anticipation. She looks a little nervous.
I mean,
well, we could draw the sword together.
I
Half destroy us.
no, I mean, it's everything that you know, that Zarya was, which was a bastion of good. I can't imagine it literally would obliterate a person. So maybe Eldrin's right. Maybe it just changes them somehow. I don't know. But regardless, I mean, we came here for this. We need this. I just need to. I will absolutely draw the sword. I just need to know that if it does completely, like if I just cease to exist for some reason, that that you guys will, you know, carry on the mission. I mean, I know you've got your own stuff going on with Bell and Smiler and Tiamat and everything else, but there's those things seem to just be here in Avernus, and the people of Eltra won't be for much longer. So, if you could just make sure that's taken care of first, that would be ideal.
Well, we wouldn't be here without your support, so it's only fair that we'll finish your will if you cease to exist.
Edmund would,
I'll put my bow on it.
Edmund would turn to Anthemillan and Derek then.
You already know my answer.
I'd walk up and extend my hand out, which is very strange considering I never
Touch anyone? Yeah.
touch anybody. So it'd be like, you have my word.
Yeah, I would definitely shake Derek's hand. And yeah, I will attempt to pull the sword out.
Okay, you're sure?
I whisper to him, this sounds terrible. Before you do that, can you give me the bag?
That's not unreasonable. Yeah, I will do that.
Are you guys gonna have Edmund give you all of his magic loot before he touches the sword?
It's just a little bag,
I mean, yeah, I mean,
Back with the map and the other thing.
I mean, he'd probably take his bag and his backpack off, and but his armor and his sword would still be on.
Okay.
Yeah, and let me 1 second. Sorry.
I'll double check every time you go to say you're gonna do it. I will ask you the question. Are you sure?
Right.
I am not liking that DM. Are you sure? It
Right,
was also
right.
like extraordinarily.
Edmund is 100% sure. I just want to look at. Sorry, give me a second. Just looking to see what of actual note is in here. I can only think of one thing.
I really want to touch a sword.
I would say,
Pull it out and move on. You
yeah,
guys
so
are gonna save the world.
So the only
whatever
things
happens.
the only things that he would comment on when he gets there at the bag is that there's soul coins in there, free them, and don't forget to when you save everyone to get Olanthius' sword to Rhea. And then with the "Are you sure?" he will pull the sword out.
Okay. Edmund, you grasp the sword. Instantly, you feel as though you are judged. You're not sure by what, but you just get this feeling of being judged. And there's a long, awkward pause. The sword doesn't seem to move at all. And you wonder if anything's going to happen. And you remember all of the doubts that you had related to your previous apprentices and the deaths of them. But then you remember that you have a mission you need to. There's people you can still save. There's things that you still need to do. And ultimately, you are deemed to be worthy. And you pick up the sword. There is a blinding light, and all of you can't see anything. You hear a loud explosion. And Edmund, you are attuned to this weapon. And I'll explain what happens with that. The citadel, everything around you, the scab, the blood, all of that stuff is gone. There's nothing but a crater where there once was a giant bloody scab and a temple. Nothing remained. You see in the distance small demons trying to scurry away from the area. They all look marred and scarred from fire, radiant fire. In the in a pretty decent safe distance, huge demon slowly crawls away. It's huge. It's a big boy. Um, and it looks like it's kind of limping away from the area. And when all of you kind of rub your eyes for a bit, you'll notice something very interesting. Edmund's there, and he is alive. But Edmund looks like a changed. Edmund, having it tuned to the Sword of Zariel, which you can safely add to your character sheet, you have gained the following features. 1. This one is irrelevant to you. You can speak, read, and write Celestial. 2. I think this one is also irrelevant to you, because I think you have these. You have resistance to necrotic and radiant damage. 3.
Yeah.
This one, ironically, might be the saddest thing you hear, and you're gonna permit in a video game. Your charisma score becomes 20 unless it's already 20 or higher.
Yeah, it's already 20. Yeah.
4.
Hmm.
Out of the back of your armor, you have sprouted a beautiful pair of feathered wings that give you a flying speed of 90 feet and the ability to hover. They have burst through your armor. Out the back. Your eyes. This is the most noticeable difference about Edmund. His eyes are now luminous pools of silver. Edmund, you can see things that you weren't able to see before. Effectively, mechanically, you have True Sight up to 60 feet.
That's dope.
True Sight lets you see invisible creatures, automatically detect illusions, and succeed on saving throws, or automatically succeed on saving throws against them. You can perceive the original form of a shape changer, or a creature transformed by magic, and see into the ethereal plane within that 60-foot range. Now, the potentially ungood news. You have been forever changed by this blade in regards to your purpose and your ideals. And you feel as though you're still Edmund right now, Edmund, but you feel as though you are changing still. And I need you to give me some rolls, please. Edmund, if you could, please roll 1d8 for me. As you are receiving new personality traits that replace the previous ones that you had.
Replace?
Yes. Spooky sword consequence. Well, this one shouldn't have been. This should have been a personality trait for you already. Actually, you'll maintain your old ones for now. These ones will replace after Avernus, but this is a new personality trait that you have, which you should have had going into this.
Fair.
Okay. Ideal. Give me a 1d6 roll, please.
Alright. Now 1d86. Come on.
Okay. This one also should have been a character's thing that you had already. Give me another 1d6 roll.
Wow. It's like we're just remaking Edmund.
Pretty much. This one replaces your bonds. And now for the good one.
The flaw.
Give me a 1d6.
Say I'm still putting these in.
Roll 3. Roll 3. Roll 3. Or a 5.
Are you gonna tell me what a 3 is if I don't roll it?
Maybe. 3 or a 5 are my favorites.
Don't roll either of those numbers.
3, or 5.
The 1d6 you
2
said?
and 6. 2
Yeah.
and 6. Yes. 2.
2 is boring, and it's gonna make the
Aw.
party hate you.
No.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
But
Roll again. Roll
Nope.
again.
this is your flaw. Eldrin is not pleased.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Also, you are now lawful good.
Wasn't he before?
Hey, I'm back.
No.
I lost it.
Oh, right. That's right. You were just good.
Additionally, this weapon has 2 minor beneficial properties that are not listed on it, Edmund. So, in addition to adding the weapon to your character sheet, I need you to
Wow.
roll a 1d100 2 times.
1d100, you said?
Yep, twice.
5.
Okay.
Almost.
Almost. Oh,
For the 5, you will gain proficiency in religion.
Wow, that's
nice.
Yep, you gain proficiency in a skill of the DM's choice. So that seems obvious.
yeah.
And 60.
Edmund finally gets it.
Yep.
Right.
It only makes sense.
Okay. This one's a little more interesting. Give me just a moment for this one. I apologize. I wanted you to roll them, so I didn't pick fans.
Yeah.
Rolling for stuff is fun when you have roll tables.
Right.
Alright, we're gonna pick from... Ooh, I can do more rolls. This is exciting. No, you know what? I'm gonna pick this one. Alright, you get the ability to, once per day, cast a first level spell of my choice. And I choose the spell, and I'm choosing Bless. And after you cast the spell, you roll a 1d6. On a 1 to 5, you can't cast it again until the next dawn. But otherwise, if you roll a 6, you can keep spam casting Bless. And those are the minor beneficial properties of this.
Wait, so, sorry, 1d6 on a what? You can't cast it again?
1 through 5 until dawn.
Okay. Now...
6, you could just keep using. Like.
And you roll every time you reuse it, or?
Yep, every time you cast a spell from the sword.
Gotcha.
You also realize that this sword has a sentience to it, and you feel as though it is the sentience that had judged you. So keep that in mind. Okay. And you are in the middle of a crater. Yale is not there. Lulu looks at you with awe. Ooh. Oh, also you gain the subtype of Celestial, by the way.
Oh, that's dope. Wait.
That could be good and bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Well...
Edmund, you have a new outlook on life. But you are still mostly Edmund. You find yourself changing, though. Your time as Edmund is fleeting.
Okay.
What would you all like to do? This is an awkward scenario.
After that ordeal, do we feel any different? Collectively, as if we've gained a level?
Yes, all of you have gained a level.
Do we gain the benefits of a long rest or any
No.
healing or? Okay.
Wait, all of them have what? Sorry?
Everyone gained a level, Kenny.
Oh,
Okay. And all the things that we used in that whatever actually were used, yes?
Yes. All the
Okay,
physical wounds you suffered are quite there as well.
Antamilla crumbles to the ground and just starts bandaging herself up. She's at 4 HP.
Oh,
Alright,
oh my
I'm gonna do
goodness.
this team. Oh
and
wow,
then-
you were that close. I should have been looking. I would have attacked you with that SWAT attack. Dang,
Oh.
impartial DM.
Oh, that worked out so well because there were twice where I was like, "Oh no,
I will dump.
my protection version."
I'll dump my lay on hands of 60 points into Antonilla.
60.
Yeah,
All right.
that's the
Get
whole thing.
healed, nerd.
It's tough to do in combat because it takes an action, but
Yeah, actions
out
are
of
not
combat,
fun to spend.
out of combat I can heal.
Yeah, I was gonna heal her if she went down.
Right.
It's okay.
Thought I was gonna have to use my Revivify in that fight. That's why I was terrified to use my last spell slot. Worried for Antonilla outright dying somehow.
Yeah, might have. Well, maybe not.
So we can level up to 13 now, but we don't get a long rest.
That's correct.
I didn't know if you wanted us to wait to level until after we got.
I will spoil Reno, and we'll go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and take our break. Let's take 10 minutes. We'll come back at 8:43. You guys will not be interrupted in the middle of this death crater. You have murdered all devils, demons, fiends within a particularly large radius. If not murdered, severely maimed or injured. So, you're feeling pretty safe right here, right now.
All right, cool. Well, considering the actions that happened, I do need to do a thing, I guess, before we go on break.
Ooh.
I mean, if it fails, it fails. Due to that ridiculousness, I'm going to use Divine Intervention and ask for some protection for in some form or fashion. I will leave that up to you if it makes it, because I do not even know what I would need. But yeah, that hurt. That hurt a lot.
You literally
Oh
took
my
clubbings from a demon lord to the
I
face.
I got Ginsu knifed, and then I got fucking like processed like meat. All right, I was sliced, then tenderized.
Okay, so if you could, give me a 1d100 roll.
Yep.
Want less than a 13 or less.
Yep.
Yeah, you're not sure if it's this place, but your beseeching for assistance goes unanswered. But would have been pretty cool if you got an answer. Rip.
I have a question, Donald.
Yeah.
Does me becoming attuned to the Sword of Zariel just auto boot out one of my other attunements, or is it some special module thing where
No. You have to use an attunement slot. It boots something out.
All right, so I think that would be my Ring of Fire Resistance then. It's definitely not my Gauntlets of Ogre Power, and it's definitely not my Cloak of Protection.
Seems
So it
reasonable.
has to be fire.
Makes sense.
So if somebody else wants to use that, that is up for grabs. I'm going to take my break.
Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and go on break. We will be back as the party has found the item they've been looking for since they came to Avernus. What will they do next? Find out when we come back from a 10-minute break!
8.
Oh, good
I
point.
think.
Oops, I broke cams.
Yeah, it's half, Sorry, give me a second.
Where's it 12? I don't remember.
Power and level and your charisma modifier. So for me, it is 13 plus 5 is 18. For you guys, it's half that, so not
9. Okay.
So 9. Cool. I'll take 9.
Because I leveled up. I think it was 8.
Oh, 'cause
Hey.
you leveled up, that's right.
Right,
With temporary hit points, I also beat triple digits now.
yeah, I'm at 108, and then another 18 temp.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Lulu looks at you all worried and says, I don't know how long we've been gone. Hope everything's okay. What do you guys want to do?
Oh gosh. This is the part that's gonna suck. See if we can get this done in 13 minutes or less. All right. Let's get straight to it. Do we want to go ahead and head directly to El Terrell and try and figure out how to send it back?
I would very much like that. At the very least, Lulu gave Traxagor another tuning fork, so maybe he can start porting people out, even if we can't actually free the city itself.
I mean,
Hmm.
yeah. I feel like we should be able to do something with the sword, right?
I mean, hopefully.
Yeah, well.
The creature inside the companion should be pretty strong, right? That's what we thought.
Mm-hmm.
The Solar.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think we confirmed at some point based on religion that a solar would be big enough to actually lift the city. Is that correct, Donald? I don't remember if that was true.
You might be
Oh.
muted, Donald.
Classic Donald talking on mute.
Nice.
It's not a matter of size, it's a matter of strength. And you're not sure if it's literally physically lift or using some other means. You're not sure.
Got it.
Right. Elevate it. You know. Hmm.
I mean,
It's a weird spell. Not really sure the use of that one.
Okay.
Do you
So
need
what are
help
the
with
other
reminders?
Of
Right.
all the things we can do? Or.
Things to consider. So, at one point, you had brought this up in regards to lifting the city or elevating the city from Avernus. But you have to also consider that it is physically chained to Avernus. Well, don't forget about that.
Right. Yeah. I think Edmund's hoping that uh, the sword will help him cut down those chains. Hopefully, he doesn't know.
I'm thinking we're more gonna need like one of the grinders or something.
It's possible.
You know that there are 9 chains. Some of them are in the middle of what was a war zone.
Right.
You know that with a very long concentrated effort, if the chains are similar to the ones at the Hellwasp Nest,
Right.
they'll eventually break.
There's also a blood war going on nearby, so
Yep.
you know who we could potentially ask about all this?
Who?
Maybe the person who created them and the Solar, the companion.
Bell.
Not that I have any stake in that. But you know, if the stories are true and he's at odds with Zariel, perhaps can convey pretty much, you know, make a deal with him. It helps him perhaps get rid of Zariel if we can still redeem her, and it helps us figure out what we actually have to do. Because we're right now, the assumption is let's just go in there and really, really hope we can just break stuff. That's effectively the idea, is all I'm hearing.
Right.
So anyway, I started smashing.
Which may very well work, but
Worked for me all along. Well, because for that chain, right, we wanted to get the invitation from the guy at the unicorn. To do that, we needed to get the blood from the giant guy. That's not giant right now. To make it giant, we needed to get something. The
Blood?
blood of Tiamat from whatever his name is. The one with the hand of
Archon the Cruel.
Archon the Cruel. And to do that, he was interested in things of value, so maybe we could trade that orb that seemed to be of value to them.
yeah, so that would be going on an effectively like an emissary quest, but I mean we haven't actually gone to this forge to see what kind of defenses it has.
Well, I feel like if we go there blasting, we're not gonna talk to Bell, and we're just gonna end up fighting Bell, no? It seemed like getting that letter would help us be able to talk, which I guess is what we want to do, right? To get information. About the companion.
Sure.
We can get there quickly enough, so
Yeah, I mean we can teleport once a day, right? So that's good.
I mean, alternatively, we could really hope the caravan and Mahadi shows up. He may have an alternative way to, know how to get an audience with Bell.
Well, I feel like he's just gonna want one of our souls for it, no?
most likely. Also, while we're sitting in this crater, there is nothing else in here, yeah?
No,
I have true sight, so I certainly hope not.
yeah, it's just crater. Lulu would say, just remember, if anybody sees that, and Lulu looks at Edmund's glowing angel sword,
Right.
there might be a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so problematic. Dang. If only we had something that would be able to hide a glowing angel sword.
It's a powerful weapon, but it might attract a lot more attention than you're looking for.
Well, Antamilla has that hat.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Hat doesn't disguise swords, I don't think, does it?
Does it not
It won't
disguise
hold up to
what's on your
physical
person?
expression, but let's see.
It also might require.
You make yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different until the spell ends.
That'll be interesting. The sword emits physical light. I'm willing to say you can make it look like something different, but it's not going to change the fact that it's emanating light, which may or may not be a problem. You could have glowing weapons, right?
Could be like
Yeah.
a red light, right? Something like that.
You can make it look like a lantern of some sort.
You're not going to change the color of the light,
Not the
but
color. Okay.
you could absolutely just make it look like perhaps not a sword of Zariel.
Moontouch rapier. But also, does that hat take attunement? Because I have no attunement slots.
Oh, the Hat of the Skies? I don't believe it does, actually. No, it is not.
My DM senses are so sad. I am so worried for you guys right now.
But I think we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Well, we just don't know if we're gonna go to that bridge. That's the problem, right?
That's true.
So
what's our timetable, Donald? Out of character for.
You have a little less than. It's been a little more than 6 days since the timetable was given.
That's including the fact that we teleported here.
As far as you know, it's just been a little over 6 days.
Gotcha. Which means we have.
Yeah, but we don't know how long we. Like Lulu said, we don't know how long we were in there. Was Lulu affected by our dream sequence?
So yeah, Lulu seemed to be aware of what's going on, but she was not herself in the dream. It was past Lulu, if it was a dream at all.
Well, yeah, I guess I didn't know if
she
Lulu
remembers
was...
everything.
Okay.
So let's go under the assumption wherever we go now, we're kind of going in blasting because we're just going to bring attention to ourselves.
Then going to the companion seems like the best thing to do now.
If everyone else is on board for that, Edmund would definitely like that.
Does he talk to the companion? Like, can you talk to it?
Me?
Yeah. Not to the companion, to the sword.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It doesn't talk. It's like emotions or feelings.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
most
like
of them are like that, I think. Most
yeah.
sentient animals.
Some will have pleasant
Some
conversations with you,
talk,
but
yeah.
yeah, this is very judgy. It feels like is its personality to you.
Hmm.
Well, to Edmund anyway.
Is this something you can ask your god, Santa Miller?
What am I
If it,
asking exactly?
if the sword could free the solar from the companion?
I suppose I could ask Velker. I do have some more holy water I can throw away. Okay. Do I prepared?
And yeah, I know we brought a good amount of holy water in the bag.
Also know that, well, Altamila would know this. Your god is limited to what they know,
Hmm.
Right.
so it's not necessarily going to give you a definitive answer. That's something your god would know.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't think my god would know that, to be 100% honest, but, yeah.
Do you have to ask your god? Can it be a different god? I don't know.
That is
Uh,
a good question. Unfortunately, it looks
Because
like
if
I did
Zariel's a
prepared.
children of Lathander or an angel for Lathander, then maybe he would know.
Oh, I'm sure he would know of all of them. I mean, I've been talking to him. I feel like I'm cheating on my god right now.
It's just a booty call.
Um.
Hmm.
Anyways, for me, I get the gnawing suspicion the hack and slash isn't gonna work. If we really do want to try to release and figure this out, I think we should spend at least one more day going and finding these rods Zariel talked about, and then go to El Terrell.
So Zariel was the one that gave you that information?
Yes,
Then why would she tell you how to?
she said she had absolutely no use for it anymore. It did its purpose.
Hmm. But if it contains something that could bring Elturel out of,
If that's the case, freeing it won't be enough. We'll have to break the chains.
I just feel like it might be a trap, you know?
Oh, well, I'm absolutely certain it's a trap.
I
But
don't think so. Zariel didn't seem to be the one. She was very straightforward. She seemed straightforward.
That's true.
Didn't come across like she was trying to lie.
a feeling when you have 30 charisma.
I know. And 8 wisdom or whatever the hell I have. Yeah, an 8 wisdom. Like, oh yeah, totally believe you, Zariel. Archduchess Avernus. You seem to be on the up and up. But to the point, if she's just freeingly telling me this information, then she may just assume that it can't. Even if we were to open up the companion, whatever's going to happen won't change anything she's doing.
okay, I can ask Lathander, but I don't have it prepared, so I can't ask it today.
Well, can we assume that we're having this conversation at night? Because we probably would talk about it before the long rest, no?
During our
Suppose.
long rest, yeah.
Um, hmm.
I have one unprepared spell slot too, because I'm gonna figure out the last one, so I can just click it and be done.
Okay. Sure.
All right, so we're gonna ask about that.
Anyways, that's my 2 cents. I'm totally okay with going El Terrell, just with the 2 things of A, I think when we go, we're seeing Zariel and we're going to be confronting her, and then B, I personally think we should just take one extra day to go find most things before we do that.
Well, it's not. It's
If
gonna take a lot more than a day, though.
if we teleport out,
We can only do it once a day, so it's gonna take us at least 4 days.
if it takes a day, let's assume tomorrow morning we teleport over. The assumption is, let's
Over
say it
where?
takes to the field of fire
Oh, for the rods.
for the rods. Assuming it takes a full day and rest to complete that. That's a big assumption, of course. Then the following day, we just teleport to, Eltro.
So
Again, big assumption that we get there correctly in the first place.
yeah, Lulu would remind you that teleport is definitely not infallible unless it's a
Correct.
place that she's like intimately familiar with, or if there's a teleportation circle or something.
Right.
But like saying just teleporting everywhere in this place is not going to be easy for her. So just keep that in mind. And there's a large chance of a mishap, and who knows what might happen.
Especially in the field of fire. I get some word more about like that area seems pretty uninhabited for some reason, and I guess we can see depending on the answer if we get an answer. Because like I say, let's say we can open the companion with just the sword. What then?
We're almost guaranteed we have no means of anything strong enough to release Eltrell.
You mean to break the chains?
I think it's a twofold. Physically release Eltrell, but then also magically, spiritually get it out of here.
Oh, I thought the thing inside was strong enough.
It may be. We don't know. It may
Well,
be
that's
strong
that's
enough.
the point. If we can't open it, that's the assumption. We can't figure out how to
No,
open
no, I
it.
mean if we
Sheer
can,
force
if we
doesn't.
can, if we can, if we're
Yeah,
able
yeah.
to.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, because
we
if we
are
can,
able
then we can get the rods, right? Yeah.
But
if we
then
can't-
we're going there, potentially confronting, spending the time we took to get there, and then doing the thing I suggested anyways.
No, so I said it depends on if we get a definitive answer on the question
From
from Latender or whatever.
Yep, gotcha. Okay.
Because there's still the question of the chains.
So what is the question we're actually asking?
Are the devils protecting the chains?
When you descended, it didn't seem to be the case, at least near where you were. You know that when you were there, Elturel was pretty high in the sky. I think it was like 300 or 400 feet.
Right.
You don't know how it is now. But the blood war situation that was happening seemed to be taking place along the riverbanks, almost directly north of you. You guys had kind of gone more westerly to kind of avoid that situation, and it was pretty heavy. Not all of the chains had a lot of fighting going around them, but a majority of them certainly did. You went down the most southwestern chain, if I recall correctly.
I think something like that, yeah. Hmm.
Lulu speaks up nervously, and she says, I'd be pretty confident that I could teleport us right next to Zariel. I don't know how smart that is, though.
Do you
Yeah,
think you could
let's not.
teleport us right next to the companion?
I've seen
Or-
it before. It's better than me trying to go to a place like, the Field of Fire or something that you were talking about, because at least I've seen it before, but not 100%.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use divination.
Alright, let's see what divination does. Alright, what is your single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days?
Alright, so let's ask Lathander if we were to take the Sword of Zariel and directly attack the companion contraption, would that free the Solar inside?
Alright. You get a response. I have to make this a haiku. Because that's
It's
how I do it.
Lathander this time, though, so he doesn't have to haiku.
Man, it's Lathander.
Yes.
Hmm.
Specifically asked Lathander because it says in it you can contact a god, or I'm like, oh, I thought it was just my god. Well,
The response would be very short. And it would be... I don't know. Perhaps Moradin may?
perhaps Morden may.
Yep. Give me a religion
Moradin.
check.
Morden. Okay. Like, wait, what? All right. Religion check. Plink.
Yeah, you're like, okay, so... maybe that checks out. You know that Morden is a Dwarvish god of awful good alignment. And Morden, specifically in his pantheon, includes craftsmanship, creation, forging, smithing. So that leads you to believe that this is something created, and perhaps this god would have an idea about that thing. Lathander doesn't have a clue, though.
Now the question: do I want to? Well, it's a good way to check. But yeah, let's go ahead and have some fun and ask Morden, and I'll leave me with one holy water thing. I don't know how much you guys are carrying, but yeah. So I will ask Morden, which gives that whole thingy. So I'm not quite sure what's gonna happen there. I asked Morden the same question: if we were to take the Sword of Zariel and attack the companion contraption directly with it, would it free the Solar within?
Alright, so I get to make a secret roll. Okay, and then I don't tell you.
Correct.
And then I have to give you an answer. Okay. Interesting. You get a response, and it will say, "Aye, lass, I don't know. Put your hip into it. And it might break. I don't know." And that's all you get.
Fantastic.
I want to meet this god.
He's a dwarf god, guys.
So they just see Ant with a quizzical look on her face. He says something about putting my hip into it, and it might break.
So like,
So you
have to
prospects are good.
hip bump it.
I don't know.
This is what happens when I roll a 7. I'm sorry, friends. 25% chance. I could be lying, though. Maybe I didn't roll a 7.
Possible.
So, that didn't seem helpful at all.
What can I say? Well, I've stated my case. I think we know the pros and cons.
So essentially,
If we can attempt to teleport, based on the assumption we still have like 8 days left, and we really think the rods will help, then Edmund is okay with this idea. The closer it draws, the less okay he will be with chain quests, potential chain quests. This one seems fine because it's only one. It's only one extra stop theoretically.
Lulu suddenly has an epiphany that she will bring up to you. Says, Well, you know, that that jerk Gavriel is hanging out at El Terrell, right? Maybe we could just teleport to her. I'm pretty confident I can make it to that doo-doo head. Jesus, oh, excuse my language.
I was about to say language, Lulu. So I need to know when that flash happened and Edmund got that feeling. Would the feeling have been, it's like out of character,
Sexual healing. What?
but would Edmund realize what that feeling probably was?
Give me an insight check.
To
Also, you don't have your connection to her anymore, by the way. BT dubs.
I mean, that would be one way to know.
But
do I
that-
get advantage on this insight check? Thanks to True Seer, apparently, or whatever it's called.
No? What is that?
Truth Seer, while holding the while holding the sword, you gain advantage on Wisdom parentheses insight checks.
Oh, this wisdom / insight check was from way before that feeling.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, before you had the sword.
Yep, that makes sense. Okay. Let me do that.
You get the feeling something bad happened to Gabriel.
Yeah. So as long as that's a thing, I would definitely relay that to Lulu. Based on the conversations that happened while we were in prison, Lulu, I don't know that going to Gabrielle would be the best idea. I think she might actually be with Zariel herself.
Oh.
I don't think she's with El Terrell anymore, unfortunately. Which makes the timetable even more pressing because they're unguarded besides their own merits.
What about Rhea?
That could work, yes.
Just saying, I could go. The things I'm more familiar with, the better the chances of success.
I mean, the temple as well.
What temple?
The High Hall.
Oh yeah, we were there for a little bit. Mm-hmm. She would also say, geez, guys, I'm really not sure what you should do next, but I know that if we get that sword to Zariel, everything will work out. But you guys have a lot of stuff going on.
Do you know exactly what would happen if we got the sword to her?
Hopefully, if she kind of just pauses, everything will work out. And she smiles.
I mean, she had it when she lost her way, so I'm not sure that just having it is gonna be enough.
I wouldn't listen to Eldrin.
Okay. Well,
I'm very wise.
yeah. I mean, again, I'm fine with either. I don't want to be doing multiple other things, but the rods seem directly related to. Because what did Zariel tell you, Eric? The rods could be useful.
It sounds like they act like keys to open the companion.
Yeah. Yeah. Then I'm okay with going there first. I don't know how far away other things are, but we could also try going somewhere else first.
Well, I feel like before we do that, we need to figure out what to do about the chains.
Yeah, that's the other
I feel like that's
half.
the big step we're missing.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, if push comes to shove and we can't figure this out, I mean, I'm just gonna vote for we just get back to El Trail, contact Traxigor, and start trying to move as many people out as possible.
Yeah, I feel like that's not going to be very effective in the amount of time we have. But what if?
The High Hall had a couple of hundred before the attack from Pipkip,
Right.
and you don't know how many others are spread out amongst the city.
Right.
It's a really awkward situation.
Like we would have to find people in the city and all that, right?
Possibly.
Because we're not just worried about the ones that we found.
There's
We
also
weren't.
the prospect of devils up there, like
Right.
actively. So
Right.
Um, I guess the devils and demons are all working for somebody, right? For the most part.
well, the devils are all working for Zariel, presumably. The demons, you know that in general, demons normally don't. They're not like normally organized. And a lot of times you've seen demons even attack their own kind. Often, actually.
Like, you know who?
Well, yeah, more than Yunogu, though. You've seen the rocks
Right.
do it. Like, they don't seem to have a care for that sort of thing. They seem to be working towards a similar goal, which is a little strange. Um, but they probably hold allegiance to somebody. They're individually motivated.
Question. Kind of hard looking at the map. How long did it take on the bikes from Smilers to the crypt, the Elanthius crypt?
It would be approximately 8 days divided by 4, so 2 days.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to. We got
Yeah,
sidetracked.
these are all walking times that are listed.
Right.
Uh,
We got kind of sidetracked with something else, but I was trying to bring up that when Lulu was talking about porting places, is I think she was with us at like Aldrak, right? So
Yep.
I mean, maybe we just port there and then go the rest of the way. Maybe that's safer. I don't know.
Well, yeah, so close to that. If we went to the crypt, that's where we left the bikes. We'd actually maybe have a chance based on their speed.
you would be utterly repulsed by the idea, Edmund.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
So
Absolutely repulsed.
the more or less, if my math is correct, we have like a 50-50 shot of even getting anywhere remotely near that spot without actually knowing it.
Sounds about right. Does not. And I don't want to know what happens if I get it wrong.
We end up.
One
we,
is old
Have you seen the Philadelphia experiment?
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Wow,
But anyway,
guys, this is a
the
struggle.
chains. Yeah, those chains. What do we think we can even do?
I mean, I feel like we would have to make a deal with, something to amass forces in order to be able to break the chains while the war is going on. Right? So something like, better not Bell because,
I didn't mean to link that. I'm trying to replace my stuff.
but maybe, like Tiamat or something like that. But I don't know that we'll be willing to do that anyways.
You'd have to have something they'd want.
All right, we would have to make a deal with one of those things, powerful forces that opposes Serial in order to amass. We could. We have an idea where the contract is.
Which contract?
The contract.
The contract.
Hmm.
Perhaps destroying that in some way could destroy the chains. Right, because that's what's keeping Elturel here, is the contract.
Well,
The Creed Resolute.
Do you know where the contract is? Or are you
Well,
guessing?
Cyril looked at the thing in her room when we were talking about it. I mean, it's still a guess, right? But
Let's break into Zariel's flying fortress.
it's a high level. But would we need to break in?
I mean, if maybe we're distracting her by trying to, a group of us trying to bring her back with the sword, I'm sure that would be pretty distracting while somebody sneaky tries to break in. Maybe that could work.
You're also reminded of the words from your mother, Antamila. You know that when the ship is not moving and or docked, the ship does have a skeleton crew.
So if the ship were docked, we could theoretically get inside, have somebody, Edmund, distract
yeah,
Zariel,
oh,
and attempt to look for this contract to destroy it.
Right.
I mean, is it?
I mean, maybe Lulu is right. Maybe we could try to, you guys could try to bring the sword to Cyril to free her. But I feel like if that doesn't work, because didn't Aldrich said that she was looking for it as well, and she
Who?
hadn't found it.
Who?
That Cyril was looking for the sword as well.
No, who said that? I mean,
The guy in the crypt,
Atlantis.
Atlantis. Sorry.
oh, that might be true. I have to go back and look at my notes.
Because if that's the case, then she's probably looking to destroy it.
Which sounds like that might be bad.
Yeah. But I mean, it'll definitely be a distraction if it's happening. But maybe she's just not there, right? Maybe we could just try to sneak in there while she's doing something else, and if the thing is sparked.
Do we know? I mean, we've gone over multiple times with checks and stuff as far as contracts go. I thought that the contract of this level, we couldn't just simply find it and rip it up, right? That's not, or is that all of them? It's just the normally they're protected in like puzzle boxes and stuff when they're higher level.
Are you asking me or are you asking the party?
I was asking you if we know that.
Well, give
If
me
you
an
don't want to tell us,
intelligence check to see if you remember.
I mean,
This was thing I told you on session 1. Not gonna remind you about stuff like that.
yeah, I mean, I can go through my notes and probably find it, but 11
That's good enough.
with a -1 modifier.
Yep. I just needed a 10 or higher. You remember that you believe that you don't remember where you heard it from, but you think that somewhere along the line you determined that you would be able to physically destroy a contract, and that the woman from Candlekeep wasn't entirely accurate.
Got it.
You think that physically destroying the contract probably do it. At least in regards to do something related to Elturel. You don't know the specifics of what.
Right.
But for contracts in general, yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's a plan. I'm okay with playing decoy if we actually want to give that a shot.
Where's Zariel now? Says Lulu.
Roma?
Probably near El Toro. At least that's where we last heard she was going, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, we have basically 3 options we're looking at. Either directly to El Toro to try and, I don't know, put your hip into the companion, going to get the rods, or going to distract Zariel to take the contract.
Well, I think even if we broke the contract, we would still need something to bring El Toro back. So I think we need to free whatever's in the companion, regardless.
Alright, so are we doing the rods to free the companion, or are we going to try and hip it?
What do you mean hip it there?
Morden, he said you put your hip
Oh
into it.
yeah,
It may
yeah,
work,
put
you
the
know.
hip into it.
I'm like adjusting and making maps on the fly based on new plans to try to keep up with you guys.
Sorry.
No, this is good. You guys keep talking. Just ignore me. Just letting you know that certain things I have to adjust for. This is not a bad thing, by the way. Any of the stuff that you're discussing is... I said disgusting. Discussing, is all... food.
Because if we choose to go for the rods, I have a very crazy... Well, it's not that crazy, but it's an idea. It could work. That'll at least get us there. Not exactly quickly, but faster. And without the... Hopefully without... No, we might still die. But at least we won't die as quickly. Hopefully we'll be able to deal with it. Because that's fire. I don't know how it works, man. I don't know how this shit works. But if we go faster, we don't have to take as much damage from whatever that fire is. I hope.
Well, I mean, it's days of travel, right?
Mhm. Well, from Oldrak's place is what I'm assuming
Yeah,
we'd be doing that from.
yeah. I think that'd be
So
like a couple of days travel, right? On foot.
from Oldrak's to... Is that 4 days from Oldrak's to the crypt?
No, I think it's all the way from the forest to Aldrich.
Just it'll be obvious to me. I know my own chaos
Well, yeah,
here.
because what's it? This is
This one's
about 50 is 8.
here to here. So that's
Oh yeah,
45.
that's 4 days to the forest, like Eldrin said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's from here to there is 4 days. Jeez.
Yeah. And that's crossing maybe rivers.
Well, this is further, if that's what you're asking. This is more
Yeah,
than 4 days.
Yeah.
Out.
Now, those 4 days were with the big old machine.
Yeah, no, because it's 8 days to do this.
Yeah.
So it'll be like 6 days to get here.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's about right.
And if we were using the motorcycles, it would take...
A fourth of that time.
I just don't know if we could get
One
them to
day.
the river.
Oh my god, one day.
Or if we assume that those, that there is rivers along the way.
No
Then
estuary.
you got a lot more awkwardness,
Yeah.
and then your speed is
Well,
going to be
maybe, unless we just go over the rivers.
on your motorcycles. Just fly over them.
I didn't say on the motorcycle, did I?
Oh well, then your
But then we have
speed
the
is
6
more than
days,
4 days. Yeah. Struggles of simple.
And for the
terrain.
motorcycles, we'll have to go from the crypt as well.
That is true. A little further than
Very
Oldrak,
true.
I think.
Yeah.
Not much
We
further, but
We have our big machine at Aldrich, but it's out of fuel, so we'll have to spend a soul coin, which I don't think it's gonna fly.
Nope.
So
Hmm.
building so many maps just in case.
so we have how long again?
The estimate
Well, we don't,
was
yeah.
it was Zariel just kind of talking flippantly about it. She guesstimated between 2 to 4 weeks, and you're a little bit past day 6 right now.
Yeah, so we're going to err on the side of caution and go with 2 weeks.
So then we're like anywhere between 1 to 3 weeks away. Worst case would be 1 week.
Right.
Yep.
But we also do not know how long we were in dream sequence
Right.
shenanigans.
Yeah, that was me trolling you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been instantaneous. It could have been real life time, which is only a couple minutes or whatever, maybe a little longer than that.
Well, it was like we took a short rest, so at least an hour.
Yeah, so an hour, so whatever. Or it could have been a day, for all we know. I doubt that. Did we feel exceptionally hungry or thirsty when we got out?
You don't know.
What?
Wait, we don't know.
No, I said you don't, know.
Oh, you don't.
Oh, okay. I was like, how do I not know if I'm super thirsty? Like, I've been parched for 3 days.
You no longer have feelings of parch or hunger.
Yeah.
You become angel
yes.
mad.
Edmund used to eat. That's right.
Mm.
We have to add an EL to the end of your name. And Mendiel. Make it appropriately angelic. Or Ale. It'd be AEL, I guess, for male. Monday.
The sword could freaking talk, at least that I could get some information.
Edmundale. Actually, not bad. Not bad.
I've seen worse.
I think I like Mundiel better, but you know.
Yeah. You guys, you're in the planning phases. You guys need to vote and take action.
Yeah.
I've seen many groups fall to the too many options strategy.
I don't think we have a
Actually, we don't think they have that many options.
Yeah, we don't. Well, if we go across there, it's gonna be 4 days of fire, which I imagine we're gonna die. So that's now out. If that's 4 days length, I can't think of a way to get through that.
Yeah, if we can't reliably teleport to where the rods are, I think Edmund would have to vote against that.
Yeah.
I will tell you, from a DM perspective, there are a lot of options available to you. So if it seems like it's not a lot of options available to you,
we could take some weird options. We could talk to Mahadi. We could talk to Smiler after we lie to him. We could go to what I would like to get done, and I'm not mentioning it all, but I don't see how that could directly help us at all. And that's like also another problem because it's like so far away. Oh my god.
Yeah, I guess like we don't have any clear, like good options. You know, like
you can't have a surefire option, obviously. Also, you're the closest you've ever been to your thing, Antamila.
How the hell am I the closest? What? Physically on the map?
Oh yeah, you're right there.
Just to hop over that blood river that'll make you lose all your energy.
Yeah, with 50 people with flight and a broom that lets you fly. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll be able to fly over, no problem. That's not even.
Yeah, we can go across. I don't have an issue with that.
I'm just letting you know for the purposes of what you're saying.
There that I do need to go talk to Archon, and I don't know. Maybe we can convince him to help us find a way to get rid of the chains. I suppose, because that's the only thing I can think of that he would probably even give a shit about.
I mean, Tiamat and Cyril are not happy with each other, right?
Yeah.
So the enemy of my enemy might be an option. So I'll throw that out for the party, but you know.
Why would Archon know about the chains and stuff? It didn't. I mean, Bell. We were talking about Bell because Bell created all the infernal metal stuff, so that makes sense. But I don't know what Archon can really do for us. I think
at the very least, he might have the solution to the problem for your Uldrak buddy.
Right, yeah, that I was going to say.
Would help out immensely, which means we could get rid of the contract, and then we can go to help deal with Smiler, and then...
and then with Uldrak, we can release Mooncolor, and then we have, instead of using the companion, we have Mooncolor as our thing.
Very powerful. So that's an option. It's like a long way to go, but like it's an option.
And then I get my letter of introductions. I mean, we just do that 15 billion quest line.
I don't think we need the letter of introduction anymore at that point.
After our long rest, or I guess before it, because technically we leveled before it, and I got a new spell slot. I don't know. I cast Find Greater Steed.
Okay.
So I have a Pegasus now. Sweet and majestic.
Quick question: how fast does that horse go?
It flies at 90 feet.
It flies. There we go. That's interesting. So the
Oh, is it
Pegasus
Pegasus?
flies at 90 feet. Don't you fly at 90 feet now?
I do. But not all of you do. And also, it's an attack in battle.
I fly pretty fast, says Lulu.
So we'll be borrowing your horse. That's pretty cool.
And then we have the broom, obviously.
Right.
Unfortunately, the broom can't go 90, I think.
Arkin has the hand of Vecna, right?
What?
Yes, I think
And
so, right?
Cyril has the eye of Vecna?
Assumedly. No, we know that. Your dad gave it to her.
Yeah. So,
We're actually assuming the other one, from what we've heard.
Right.
But we got first person account of your dad saying he gave the eye to.
Right.
I wonder where she put it, because I imagine she hates Tiamat, so she wouldn't use it.
Well, because I wonder if we could use that as leverage to get Arkin to,
Oh, I imagine that would be actually a
Right.
great form of leverage.
if we let him know that she has it and you know,
Oh,
get
that
him to
could work.
fight it.
Information is money. Yeah, that could work. That could work. Also,
we can use that to break the chains. You know, an army of whatever the things were. Because
we could make,
they had
maybe
like
it's
they
we
have
can
a
break
bunch
the
of
chains.
demon
And a dragon.
and a
An
dragon.
army of what?
Well, they have like
Army
an
of,
army of like
Don't say it. Antimilla says don't say it. But yeah, he
Ah.
has an army that we can use to
Oh.
break the chains.
What, the Abishai? Lulu says sheepishly.
Yeah, the Abishai. Correct, Lulu. You were absolutely correct. And Antimilla pats Lulu on the head.
Thanks.
Um,
I like head pats.
Also, Donald, I peeked at the roll tables for this thing, and I really wish I would have gotten 3, 5, or 6 on the flaw. Those would have been.
I told you, some of those are
those would have
pretty.
been so fun to.
What was 3? You said you'd say it. What was 3?
Can I tell them?
Sure.
I will sacrifice innocent lives for the greater good.
Hell yeah. Suddenly, Eldrin's best
Finally,
friend.
he's on
That
board.
would have been an interesting turn of events.
5 was my personal favorite.
5 is, yeah, I allow nothing to stand in the way of my crusade to eradicate evil from the multiverse.
AKA time for you to join Zariel.
Yeah.
That's the true character death option.
Yeah.
I like that one.
I kind of like 6 as well. I ignore those who do not support my plans, for my calling is higher than all others.
Ooh, holy arrogance.
Yeah,
like
the
that.
other 3 are just kind of meh.
All right, so there's another option. We got Archon. I'm gonna tell you now. Antimilla doesn't even want to look at Mahadi's direction, but that's always an option if we want to trade our souls for this
Yeah,
jackass.
I was gonna say, I think Eldrin's right. I think he's gonna want nothing less than a soul. So
Yeah. We can. I don't know how much help it could be, but I mean we're on good terms with Maggie, so we can also talk to Maggie. And I kinda, sorta, maybe, possibly need to go and check on my father's crew because they're still there.
Glad you remembered.
Well,
I did not forget that.
it's the timing of things.
Yeah, but that's more bodies to help. But I think I would be. I don't know. They should be safe there as long as they're still there. I think. But yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Because
the way
the
I see
Mahadi
it,
thing, right? Like, didn't Cyril say that she was willing to give up El Torel for Edmund's power if he got strong enough?
no, that was Mahadi was willing to.
No. Like, didn't
No, I
Cyril
think
say
you're
that?
thinking of Donald gave us meta knowledge after the fact.
Yeah.
Oh,
think-
she didn't actually talk to you about it?
She did. Well, Edmund offered himself,
There's a reason why he wasn't lawful good.
but
Oh,
yeah,
and she just said
the
no.
reason I'm not lawful good is that at the end Edmund panicked and offered Gabriel.
Yeah, because he couldn't
Oh,
offer
okay.
himself. So that's the whole.
Yeah, he was
chain.
in a moment of weakness, he was willing to trade Gabriel's life for the people of El Toro, which is why he became not lawful good anymore. But forgot what I was saying. I forgot what I was
Alright,
talking about.
My emergency
Let's-
maps have
let's-
been made. Everything's fine.
Hate to rush panic here, but let's just real quick. The contingencies. Once Smiler is dealt with, oh my God, Eldrin is gone. Unless we can break the contract.
So is
And
Derek.
what? Yeah, Derek. Once Smiler's dealt with, you're gone as well.
More
Okay.
or less, Eldrin and I have roughly the same contract.
I mean, I
So
could come
agreement
back.
But it's
Sorry,
all
sorry,
hinged on Smiler, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
could-
if we want to keep you guys around, we have to either break the contract or ignore Smiler.
Right.
Eldrin, how do you feel about that?
It's
So,
interesting because
I mean,
he's become more and more sure of his abilities,
Ooh.
so he doesn't know if he needs
Ooh.
Smiler anymore.
Ooh.
But he doesn't know how strong he is. He's interested.
Also, keep in mind that Traxor does have a tuning fork to Avernus again now, thanks to Lulu. And he,
Yeah,
gets her
he
head
could
back.
bring me back.
Yeah, so he could bring Derek and Eldrin
Well,
back.
we don't know about Derek, right? He gave
Let's
us
go
all
under the
Derek-
assumption.
Oh,
we're
that's
we're
true.
under the
Derek
assumption,
can't
yes,
come
I
back.
can't come back for now.
I thought, yeah, because I thought Derek said that he wouldn't be able to come back.
so that's like
That
the-
was unfortunately that was Alex
Was-
meta knowledge.
Or was that I don't? Okay.
As far as we know, that would be a plan. If we poofed away, you could poof us back.
Right.
Yeah, so it looks like we out of character. It looks like we have a couple options. We have Archon, we have Bell's Forge, we have the rods, we have going straight to Elturel, and we have trying to confront Zariel / sneak on her thing. Those seem to be the options.
Because Lulu seems to be sure that the sword would help if we presented it back to her, right?
Definitely.
Also, if we can break the contract on Dow, we can get. Yeah, you mentioned we can get the unicorn as well. So we could, have the unicorn help with the chains and the solar help lift the thing out if we go that route as well. Ugh, money, getting old.
True.
I mean, we're right here next to Archon, so
Yeah,
that's better than screwing up a teleport to the rod or teleporting to Olanthius or Eldrax and then having a long multi-day trip, wasting more time. Not really
So-
wasting to get it, but burning up more of our time when we don't know how much time Elturel has.
And well, actually, how close are we? Damn. 20. So that's if we're going 90. How close is that? How long would that take us to get to Archon from here?
Well, the broom can't go 90.
Won't need the broom.
Got it.
Why?
Polymorph. Somebody has polymorph, and we have
Mhm.
not been abusing it correctly.
Ooh.
I mean, we've used it.
Abusing it correctly. Using it, yes.
So-
Abusing it.
So
Yeah, in short spurts, we could be flying.
So these distances that I've mapped out are based on a speed of 6 or 30. So if you are asking me how long it would take for you to go 20, let's find another 20 on here.
It's 20, right? Or is it
Yeah,
20
so-
or 15?
20 was about 4 days.
Yeah, so on Broom or at triple that speed, you would divide it by 3. So if you're going 90, it's pretty close. That's a little more than a day.
It's not too bad, actually.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, giving up more of Derek's spell slots, but maybe worth it if he's up for that.
Well, but we can't go at that speed for that long.
About a day, you could force march. The
No,
struggle
I
is
don't-
his
I don't wanna
polymorph
get-
won't last that long.
Polymorph, yeah, polymorph. lasts
How long does Polymorph last?
I can make it last 2 hours per
Uh,
cast.
yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Yeah.
But we have my flight, my horse that flies, my Pegasus, and then the broom flies at.
But it's pretty much gonna be 30 for
Yeah,
for
that's
most
only
of them.
that's only 3 though. We still need a 4th, so Well, Lulu, what was the Lulu? What was
Lulu-
your?
I think it's 120, isn't it?
Can she stay big?
Yeah, that was my question. I remember there was
Ah,
some
good
kind of
question.
stipulation.
Lulu can transform once per day, and it
That's
lasts for 1 hour.
so that wouldn't last long enough. Either.
I guess
So
because there's also the concern of, are we going to be able to make this deal? Strong beings seem to be able to have true sight, so they're going to see through Edmund, and they're probably going to be able to tell that Lulu is a celestial as well.
I do look positively radiant. Lulu flashes her eyelashes at you.
Also, who wants this ring of fire resistance before I forget?
I can take it. I think I have a slot open.
I have a more selfish question, Edmund. What's the weapon? What the heck can the sword do? Can you use it as a weapon, or is it just a thing that's going to be stuck on your back?
No, it's my weapon.
Was your other weapon +1 or 2?
+1.
Okay,
Because
cool.
this one's actually not. But the extra benefits outweigh that. Plus, I mean, yeah.
It's not even +1.
It's the sword of Zarya. What's that?
I'm surprised it doesn't give you a +1.
It doesn't, but it gives you a lot of other shit,
I can
That's
imagine, yeah.
including additional damage and stuff like that. So I'll take it. You don't hear me complaining.
It's pretty good one.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about the holy light or searing radiance. There's some other things it has. You'll get to see in our next combat, maybe.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Um,
Do we think that we can take Cyril? Oh, with the 4 of us combined?
what's that?
Do we feel like we could beat Cyril or not?
I don't
What
know.
do you mean, beat Zariel? Lulu looks
If
at
it
you.
came to that.
If it came to what?
If we present the
Defending
sword
ourselves.
and she decides to try to destroy it.
Or try to destroy us.
Right.
She would never do.
Well, she's done all the things that you thought she would never do.
So have you, Eldrin. You disappointed me.
What I do.
I can't even remember all of them.
I-
There's a lot of things, though. I always got my eye on you. And then I can't
Alright.
see you anymore. Usually when we go into dark places, and then I lose track of you, and that's when I'm assuming you're doing bad things.
Just because the light casts shadow doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, Lulu.
Does that mean I can see Eldrin even in pure darkness?
Oh
now?
yeah,
Yeah.
you can see
Yeah,
the
you
hell
can.
out of Eldrin.
Oh yeah.
So
So, anyways, to answer your
Yeah,
question,
we
this is probably the best we're practically at our best selves. Whether that's still good enough, I don't know.
right. Yeah. Yep.
And while he's thinking of what he's trying to say, in the meanwhile, if we try to burn the contract, that could very well be. That's the thing. If we go to El Terrell, I think we're going to confront her. If we try to burn the contract, find the contract, burn it, we're going to be confronting her. So we need to be ready for that possibility.
Lulu would say,
Can we handle?
I'm sure Zariel will come around, and when she comes around, she'll just burn the contracts for free. We won't have anything to talk about. Duh.
I would very much love for that to be correct. Lulu.
Well, we can just call for Zariel and deal with it right now. See if we can, hug her back into common sense?
Yes.
Lulu, I don't think that's going to work. That was sarcasm.
I'm sure if you told Zariel you had the sword, she'd come to you.
Oh, that I don't have a doubt about at all. I'm pretty sure she'd just beeline it over here. You remember the bees? I remember the bees.
I didn't like that. Ugh, Lulu has a grossed out look on her face.
There were wasps. Bees are actually pretty productive members of the ecosystem.
You're here in Avernus.
Strong disagree.
Making a joke, Edmund. You have stingers. They fly.
So, guys, we probably wasted an hour of in-game time talking about this. Lulu
Yeah.
says breaking the fourth wall.
That's
Actually
very
counting against your time, by the way.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
This is in-game discussion.
I mean, I feel like this is the decisions we would make, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
We just
We could go for the gold and try and end it now, or try and shore up our defenses. So let's go with down the pyramid of progress. Let's go with the binary. Are we gonna try and shore up our defenses, or go straight towards the goal?
for me, it's not even that. It's all timetable for me. I am fine with doing other things. I just don't want to
Well,
get in a position.
How many days do we have left?
We're assuming like 8.
1 to 3
Okay.
weeks.
1 to 3 weeks. Well, how about we put a timetable on if we can do something and how long it takes. So, like, if at the end of, say, 6 days, if we haven't gotten whatever or done whatever, we just go straight for the goal, either Zariel or the companion, and try and just do what we got to do.
Agreed. I like that. We have 6
Cool.
days to do something.
Yeah.
I'd rather not hop in right now to go do that.
So
So-
with 6 days, that gives us probably 2 destinations.
Did you have Scry?
I do have Scry, but I did not prepare Scry.
Also, I don't think you have the component, do you? Did you ever get the crystal ball?
Nope, never got the crystal ball.
How much are crystal ball?
Like 1,000.
Do we have
Yeah.
enough?
We have a particularly high valued diamond that we're not.
Yeah, we don't know
Oh,
what.
yeah.
We didn't
have a lot of
properly do
That's a
that,
good idea.
but we are. We know it's at least decent.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
forget you guys have magic stuff.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
guys
we have a
found
large
magic stuff.
item, 3 obsidian
yeah.
stones that were 300 gold.
Can we
total.
identify some of the... Oh, well, that's over a short rest. I don't
We
know.
identified some of it, not all of it. We still
should probably-
have left to identify. I will put it in
We can
the
take
chat.
short rest right now, right? To identify
I'll
things.
just identify stuff. Yeah.
Burn another hour. Okay. What do you
Yeah.
want
While we
to
talk.
show-
While we
press on?
talk.
I mean,
While
the
we talk.
ground's on fire, souls are on fire. What's an hour on fire? Burn it.
Well-
Burn it
Well,
all.
you know, while we talk.
Yeah, sure. But it'll be toward. No, there's reasons. I'm just gonna say no.
Okay, so flask of brass stopper, obsidian stones. Okay, I want to identify the obsidian stones.
Okay, so hold on. So before we proceed, DM just confirmed we are taking more time to do this. Is that what we want to do?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Did we want to do that? With 4 of us, we'd be able to get 4 more of these things done in 1 more hour. But you know.
Hmm.
Oh, actually, could Lulu identify any of this?
She scratches her head. Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to play with it. What do you want me to try to identify?
Oh God.
And I think the spell also takes an hour, doesn't it?
Which one?
Identify? Or no?
I don't. Does anybody have identify?
Oh, I thought Lulu had it.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what she was asking.
No, I thought they were asking
I'm just
her.
like
If she...
normal identify. Like,
Oh,
Like-
to help identify
Yeah.
another thing. I see. Okay. I guess the point of this would be for us to get to scry on Elturel to see where we could go, right?
I suppose.
How does this help you scry on Elturel? A short rest?
No. Like if we could sell things too,
Ah, yes, I see.
but we would have to find the Emporium, which we don't know how long it would be. So it seems like a gamble. But if we do come across it,
You've
we
come
could sell
across
some
it quite often when you've needed it.
right? Um,
Oh, before that Emporium shows up, I need to ask an expert something so I can get a very solid answer.
Oh, something very interesting might happen.
to do what?
Oh wow, there's a lot of interesting stuff that might happen. I'm very excited by this. By a lot of
Interesting
things.
stuff, such as if we go back to the Emporium, you mean?
Wow. Okay, let me prepare emergency map 57. Let me look at something. Oh wait, I actually
I
prepared this map because I expected you guys to goof at one point.
have a question.
Forget. Yeah.
Do we know what Mahadi is? We already covered that, right?
Uh,
Pretty sure I remember that being covered via you, I think.
you got a secret clue, but I
Was
don't.
that part in game or was that out of game? Is what I'm trying to get. Okay, because I
Good.
remember that there was a discussion about what he was, but like, did our characters get to know what he was?
So my character went and shook his hand, and then I said, "Oh, that's really weird. He had inverted thumbs." And then I think we tried to check in game. I don't know that part. That's all I said.
I have
I-
from
We
session-
players know. I don't know if characters.
I have from session 29. Derek discovers that Mahadi is very likely a blank, and I'm not going to say it unless Donald says that.
If that was in character, then you know that, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but
So I have Derek discovers that Mahadi is very likely a Rakshasa.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
That's
if that's the case, do we know if Rakshasas, since you, being a celestial character, can see true sight, does he have true sight? Because if that's the case, us walking in there with you is going to be very interesting.
I don't know.
give me a religion
Also-
check.
Alrighty. Wait, actually, why not? Edmund, go ahead and make a religion check.
Mine's not fixed yet. I'm assuming.
Ah,
I'm assuming
mine-
you have to make like a custom thing for it.
That's perception.
oh,
I mean,
what the?
I could
You could add a
manually roll.
proficiency manually, or you could add it. I think there's an
Oh,
override.
yeah.
Yeah.
let's
I
go
think I see it. I think I see it. Maybe.
Wait, perception? What?
Yeah, I didn't
oh,
mean to
so-
roll perception, but the roll would be 7 plus 6, right?
The DC is very
Yep.
high.
Got it.
Oh, in that particular case, let me
I
help
think-
him out with that.
I think we should assume the high level like high powerful beings can't have true sight. Especially
character's
around demons and devils that can go invisible and all of that.
Yeah, you both have no clue. The DC for this is ridiculously high. I make it 10 plus the creature's challenge rating. So yeah.
Right. Also, when I searched my OneNote for Rakshasa, Donald, it kept coming up with Justin Fowler RPG stuff.
Yep, rip.
And this celestial form is really hindering a little bit.
Wow. I like it. It's fun. You guys have literally got the thing you're looking for, and it's causing you more problems than you would have hoped.
Interesting that. Well, we can always just leave Edmund outside the shop,
True.
so we can avoid that pretty safely, I think.
I mean, because yeah, I think the most straightforward option that we have is go try to see if we can free the companion.
Oh no, most straightforward option is going to be talking to Zariel. That is the
Well,
most
but
straightforward
if we do that-
option.
If we do
We
that
might-
first, if we
we
do
might
that
get
first, right? If we do that first, then at least if it works, at least we have a very powerful solar to help us if we do have to fight Zero, right?
It's true. Might buy some time to do whatever is necessary to get her to her senses, or if need be, knock her out, put her down, whatever happens.
Right.
It's not going to be a problem, says Lulu.
I really hope you're right.
Me too.
Genuinely. Hope you're right.
All right,
So-
guys. What
we
you
really
doing?
need to decide on something.
Mm,
Edmund will go along with other things, like I said, as long as it doesn't cut into too much time. His vote, if you ask him, will be probably just to go to Eltrell and try and free the companion with the sword if we can.
Right.
Um,
I really think that's the only thing that's not gonna take the time required, right?
that's gonna be
Because
like 2 seconds. That'll go
even if we
directly.
even if we went to Archon and it took like 2 days,
right. Yeah.
even if we did that,
Yeah, and he's fine with that.
if he has to amass forces to bring him to Elturel, that's gonna be days and days. Anyways,
Unless they had some way of getting there faster themselves.
Yeah, I'm less worried about that. I'm more worried about if he can give us the blood we need to make Aldrak big, and also free the Dow, which frees Moon Color, gaining us a bunch of new allies like a Titan.
Yeah, that's an ally domino right there, essentially.
yeah, but I don't know if that's not gonna help us with freeing the chains.
I mean, it might. Isn't the Dow like? Isn't the Dow like a creator of some kind? Didn't he work for Bell?
But
No, you go ahead.
no. Use your in-character knowledge. I'm not giving you free knowledge.
Yeah, like from what I
Well,
remember,
he
he
can
just
give us-
he
Sorry,
can
go
give
ahead.
us audience with Bell, but that's about it. Like he doesn't know much of how the machine worked either, so
Yep.
Okay.
he was just there to protect it.
Contractually obligated.
Right.
Aldrak
feel like-
was
yeah.
a Titan, which could be able to potentially break the chains or help lift Elturel out, right?
Titans are
No.
huge.
Like a was it like a Empyrean, right?
He was an Imperium,
That
but he's not gonna
sounds
be
right,
he's not gonna be able to fight.
Well, we don't need him to fight above it. We just need to help someone to break the chains. Because if we can get the companion out, I imagine he can lift it. We just gotta have people to break the chains, and I don't think us alone can break the chains.
Yeah,
And
but
if we don't break the chains, we will.
there's like pit fiends and stuff like that down there.
Yep.
He's not gonna be able to fight that. Like it's not like he can't just walk up and start hitting the chains, right?
Okay, so how would you imagine we break the chains?
We either would have to get like an army, or we have to break the contract in some way. Whether it is through redemption of Cyril or killing Cyril, I think that would also break the chains. And then we would have to elevate Elturel using the solar or whatever.
So, which one of those planes do you guys want to do?
We're drowning in options.
See? So many options. There's even more that you guys haven't even thought of.
Don't
Don't
give us any ideas.
Oh, I'm crying. I'm literally
Yeah,
Let's
crying.
go walk up to the chains ourselves and hit.
Arkham's the closest thing, and it sets off the dominoes like we were talking about. Apparently, there may be some army that can help as well. Let's just go there. It's the closest thing.
So we're trying to get him. We're trying to ally with him in order to try to fight Zero. Is that what we're going for?
Originally, I understood it as we were just trying to get some kind of blood to break the contract type thing. But somebody mentioned him having an army and trying to recruit the army. I don't. Edmund doesn't remember anything about that because Kenny doesn't. So I'm gonna say.
I guess like, is Celestial Edmund gonna be okay with us?
That's a
Fighting
great point.
Yeah, siding with Tiamat, who is
Like,
you know.
making a deal. Like, hey, it's Tiamat, we'll help you fight Cyril. Is that chill with?
Luckily, they're not demons.
Edmund, I'll leave it to you. You still have your agency, but it is kind of slipping towards very lawful good.
The Abishai are fiendish, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't prefer like a fiendish army to be allied with us. I'm not gonna say he would say that it's, he's not gonna be making that deal.
Well, we can always
Classic
just
Edmund.
red-hand it. So like if we
Even
go
as the
in,
celestial, he's still like, if I don't know about it, but I know about it, I don't know about it.
yeah, we can always like contingency plan it. Like if we go in, it goes south.
Well,
Get out of there immediately, either via teleport or flying. Just get the fudge out of there and
Yeah, it
just
could
go
teleport us out if things go bad.
Go immediately to Elturel or go immediately to Zariel, and we could just literally fall back, go directly to that. If we,
Yeah, I just want to make sure that we know what we're going there for.
I know what I'm going there for, and
But
I know why you guys would need to go there for, so you can do the contract and blood. But I imagine there's going to be more involved if we go there than what we know, because that's just how it works.
Yeah.
It's just how it works.
True.
So we're going to try to
more so
ally with Tiamat.
More, let's keep it to Archon. I don't really want to side directly with Tiamat.
Well,
because we know that Tiamat dislikes Zariel, so Archon
Tiamat
being the
can't go.
champion right,
Tiamat is not free, right? So.
right, but Archon is as the champion of Tiamat. That's essentially like, I don't know, Tiamat's right hand or tongue or whatever you want to say. So if we can get the enemy of our enemy to help us remove or distract, then we got more movement room. Like we can either have him help get the forces, and if we can convince Archon to help us, we could probably easily hop, skip, jump over to Maggie and say, okay, Archon's helping us with this. Do you want to help us with this to overthrow Zariel? Because what do warlords do more than anything else? They war. So if we get rid of their biggest competition, somebody else will
they work for Zariel, except for Smiler.
Maggie, not Ruth.
Yeah, no. Yeah, like the warlords, I thought they were allied with the leader of the region.
Well, we could find out. But that's an
Well,
option.
we've
now
done this check before.
I don't remember that she said she was allied with Zariel.
I thought the warlords were like.
If the warlords were allied with Zariel, then Smiler.
But
is
Smiler
also
is a special case.
And Ruth was. Well, I don't think she was a warlord.
No.
Have we even met all the warlords?
Nope.
I don't.
Three. Oh my god.
They're on maps too. Beware, one of these options could involve you fighting warlords. They're on a map prepared. I didn't waste them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, we've never been over here. Who knows what that is? What this thing is? You know,
Maybe this is like the.
What the heck are these?
It's the fire warlord.
The freaking Sarlacc pit over here.
I will say that all the options I spoke of don't involve any unexplored places that you haven't already heard of, if that helps. Like, you guys are doing good, though. You guys are thinking of things. You guys got this, I think, eventually, maybe. Maybe. The big brain plays need to come out, boys. I need a brainstorm from you all. Someone needs to step up and take leadership and make a decision now.
Well, I'm with Edmund, but I'm with Edmund because of ulterior motives. I want to go talk to Archon. I kind of also have a contract, guys, that if I don't fight Archon and kill him, yeah.
There was more to that, too, don't forget.
Yeah.
Is this the first we're hearing about this?
Yep. I think
I need to kill Archon, but I also need to take the stupid hand and the left hand that he has and bring it to her. That's my contract.
We won't be able to fight them.
She didn't give me a time limit, though.
That is true.
So, yeah, there's no contingency if you betray me or if you do not do this. But yeah, that's the contract. So I would really like to break the contract as well. And the only way I know of doing that is getting Oldrak big, and the only way I know of doing that is talking to Archon. So yeah, that's where I'm at, guys.
So So there's 3 ways of breaking the contract, right? We redeem Zero, meaning, she'll probably break all the contracts of whatever, because she won't be a natural level anymore.
Definitely. Says
We
Lulu.
kill her
No.
if we have to, and that would break the contracts. Or we do this Arcan, try to make a deal with him, then go down to Orlek, get him big again if he is actually. We think he is, right? But we're not sure.
Well, didn't we? But we learned that the Titan blood like that, that's only good for like a one mortal soul type thing, right? That
Right,
wouldn't-
yeah. That's only gonna break our contracts.
Right.
Yeah, not
So
elsewhere.
that's what I'm saying. Like, we would make the whole ordeal just for our contract. That wouldn't save Elturel in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
Well, if we get Archon to help us with Eltero, we can have somebody to help us with the chains, maybe. But I'm not entirely sure. That's my thing. But yeah, if we go, we can all.
I just wish I knew a surefire way to break the chains. Like, I wish I could get that answered somehow.
I mean, I think either redeeming or killing Zero would be a sure way to do it.
Probably not wrong.
Right? Probably one of the two would do it. Like, for sure. So if we have to do that, then we have to make a choice. We're trying to break them through Archon and all that, or we're trying to break them through like the redeeming or destruction of Zero.
Which again is the most direct route, which we could do right now.
We could do pretty
Well,
quick.
And I thought we said we had 6 days. Majority of us were in agreement. Let's find
Yeah.
something to do in the 6 days before we just go straight direct, take care of Zariel.
Yep.
That's true.
Okay, so let's try and use the 6 days before we could just. Now I think the direct one is if after 6 days we'll just go straight to Zariel. I think that's pretty much a given.
Yeah, I just don't want to like waste the 6 days, right? It's like do 6 days of something that we're not gonna finish. If we spend 3 days to go to Archon, then 1 day to teleport to Aldrak, then we'll have to take either one of the vehicles or something and spend like 4 days to get to Mooncaller. Like that right there, that's more than 6 days.
The other part, we keep saying the Titan blood breaks contracts. That's the idea, but how do we do we have that specific knowledge? Are we going to find the person that has that specific knowledge?
What do you
But
mean?
this
Wasn't it Red Root?
Yeah, we already know that.
I think he's referring to like how you do it.
Like, what is the actual ritual? Like, call it a ritual, so to speak, or
we
a
just
spell.
use the Titan blood, and I suppose whatever we do, either I imagine drink it or bathe in it or something, and
I'm
we're
guessing
we're
drink
the
it, yeah.
contract.
So we don't know.
I was
And
assuming drink it.
And that one
Right?
person that does know, you've pissed off a lot.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm like.
that's right. It's Red Ruth who's with Smiler.
I can't help it. This
Yeah.
is funny to me.
I'm assuming it's drink it.
Yeah, I can't guarantee you that Edmund's going to be okay with any kind of fiend army or some shit. But
Drinking
beyond
blood he's
that-
on board with.
Beyond that, doing something with Archon to try and break your contract seems like something good enough to search after, and potentially also free the Tao, which gives us more allies.
Yeah,
And-
specifically a unicorn, which is
Yeah, but-
very good.
But we don't have the time. That's what I'm saying.
We may or may not, but otherwise we might as well just go to Elturel right now.
Like,
if you're
either
trying-
we try and do the stuff, we have 6 days. Either we try and use the 6 days, or we just say screw it and we go to Elturel or go to Zariel and it's done. That's the option. That's the binary.
Like,
So again, extra
Again.
fortification or
yeah, like if we
do
think if we don't have enough time for all this stuff, then I don't know why we're even talking. Because
yeah, pretty much.
Edmund does.
All
That's
right.
what I was
So,
trying to get at.
okay, so for me, are we going to kill Archon or to try to do an army?
I would try and do an army first. Like if
Okay.
push comes to shove and bad things go bad and we can't teleport out, then the last resort would be trying to kill Archon.
So,
Which, yeah.
so let's start there. Let's just say, hey, we're trying to recruit an army. Can we at least try to recruit an army in 6 days?
We can try.
Yeah, we can try.
And I just like I said, I will say that I don't know how that will go with that.
But we're discussing it now. How do you feel about it now?
Well, I don't.
I don't want. I don't want us to be there in front of Archon and you be like,
you've been keeping this army thing like hush hush. Like you specifically like didn't bring up what they were, and I don't remember, so I'm making it so Edmund doesn't remember.
no, I was saying it.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it.
I said that.
I
I was
heard
trying.
Lulu say something. I heard Lulu say something, and you mockingly said, "Yeah, that," as if you were lying to her.
But
No,
no,
that
he
was
has Abishai. They're
was
like dragon things. We
That was
fought them
Antamilla.
before. Yeah.
The fiendish dragon things that we fought before. That we cut the head off, like one of them. Right?
I mean,
Yeah.
There'll be an army of those. Making a deal with the right hand of Tiamat.
yeah. I mean that.
Are you good with that?
Not really, honestly. If I'm going to be honest, because I mean, at that point, like I'm the
We
pot calling the kettle, with Zariel's situation.
It kind of feels like we're doing the same thing that Zero did.
Right. Which I don't agree with, but what she did.
Well, we're not trying to be esoteric and remove every Zario. We're trying to get the chains broken. That's the end goal. That's it. That's the only reason we're teaming with them. As far as that's our end thing. As far as they know, we're trying to overthrow Zario. How we do that doesn't really matter if we either kill her, sorry Lulu, or redeem her. If she's out the
Impossible,
way-
don't worry, it's fine. She'd whoop your butts anyway.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
It's not unlikely that she could whip our butts.
It
I
won't
don't
come
know.
to that though. It's fine. But she probably would whoop your butts though. She's really strong.
Well, didn't she say that if she saw you again, she would absolutely kill you?
Yeah, but I don't believe it.
Is she still lawful?
What does that mean?
I think Zariel might be a woman of her word. Is all.
Oh,
I'm
she
saying.
definitely is.
Right.
Lulu doesn't get it.
Lulu, she's going to kill you if she sees you again.
No, she'd never do that. I just give her a hug. Everything would be fine.
Yeah, you can give her a hug as she drives some sort of sharp object through your cute little body. And I'd rather
No.
that not happen.
Me either, but it wouldn't. For a cleric, you sure don't have a lot of faith, do you, Antamila?
I have a lot of faith in the truth that people tell me.
Maybe not
And
on
she's
Arch
like-
levels.
Well, I'm telling you now, Zariel's good.
Zariel was good. This is a different Zariel at the moment. So if we can get her to be redeemed or stop being crazy before she gets to beating you to death, that's great. I don't know if we can do that though.
Lulu's gonna fly up to Edmund very obviously and suspiciously and start to whisper something into his ear.
Okay.
Well-
Are you Facebook messaging me?
Yeah.
While that's happening,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so it sounds like we aren't getting an army because Edmund doesn't want to. Is there a reason then we need to defeat Archon? And I'll try
No.
taking Camilla.
If we're not, as I can see there, if we're not going to go for the practical trying to rally any support, we can just go straight to Zariel.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, if we had a faster way of getting to places, maybe.
6 days is cutting it close. No matter how we take it, we'll have to take like at least one risky teleport, if not two.
I mean, I guess the other option is we start making our way and hope that it is closer to 3 weeks than in 1 week. And along the way, if we can get the what's it called? The sphere, the crystal ball, and scry on Elturel and see what the progress is. If we feel like we have more time than we thought, then we could get some of those things done. So
I mean, if we wish real hard enough, and our heart believes, maybe by tomorrow morning the Wandering Emporium will be exactly where we need it. We can
Right.
just get it.
You all see Lulu give a dramatic, obvious wink at Edmund's direction.
What are you doing over there, Lulu?
Just talking with my buddy Edmund. He looks really cool now with his silver eyes.
He does, doesn't he?
Yes.
Edmund, what did she tell you? Since you cannot tell a lie.
Good question.
Wait,
Or you won't tell a lie.
how do you know that?
I don't know, actually.
Get out of here with your meta knowledge, you
yeah,
scum!
now that I think about it. But I still am interested. I would still ask the question. What are you guys
Lulu
talking
looks
about?
at you urgently, Edmund, and she does a zipping her mouth motion with her trunk, and just crosses her stubby arms as much as she can, and just floats there.
Secrets are no fun.
Milla did an insight check on what? Oh, Lulu?
On Lulu.
Lulu didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, nothing. You're not talking about anything. You're just looking at
Yeah,
his silver
that.
eyes. Yeah, that.
Wait, she literally didn't say nothing. She is physically not speaking.
No, beforehand, she said, like, what are you doing over there, Lulu? And she said, I'm just checking out his silver eyes. And I went
Oh
in.
no, I was talking with my friend Edmund. It was very obvious that she was whispering something to him. She probably was saying something. You don't know what it is, though. But it's obvious that she's being a scheming Lulu.
Lulu's trying to hide something from us? Oh, to think I brought you back here to help us. Oh.
I'll ask Lulu.
It's all right.
What you guys talk about?
Lulu doesn't answer.
They kept
She
the
closes
secret
her
for a
eyes and
reason,
looks
just-
away.
Did you say you asked Lulu that?
Yeah, I kind of goofed a little, so I'll ask her aloud. I'll leave it at that. I won't push the topic right now.
I forgot that
Well,
she
do we
doesn't have to
wanna-
whisper, by the way. She does that telepathically to you, Edmund. I forgot
That
that
is
she...
true.
Oh.
That seems relevant.
So do we
So
want
we
to
go to-
just go ahead and Zariel it up? If that's the case, we might want to try and stock up before we go and
Well, I thought
run Zariel.
what we talked about was we go to Arkham in the morning or the next day or whenever. Hopefully before we get there, we can get the crystal ball.
Okay.
See the status of Elturel, and if we have more time, then we can finish helping Aldruk and getting Mooncolor, and maybe that would help us with what we need to do.
Possibly.
But we're not
Okay.
getting an army, right? That's the plan.
I guess we're not getting an army. We'll talk to him and see if we can get the thing with Uldrak and not get an army. If we can get the unicorn and Uldrak to help us, that might be enough.
So for that, we need the blood of Tiamat.
Yes. Which I suppose he'll have knowledge on how to get.
And we wanted to.
I thought it was the blood of.
The blood to break the contract, yes, but to turn him back into an
No,
Empyrean.
I get that. I didn't think it actually had to be Tiamat. I thought it had to be one of her whatever.
Oh no,
Offspring,
it would have been
descendant.
very specifically spelled out as the blood of Tiamat.
Yeah, I thought it was the blood of Tiamat.
Yeah.
Fair.
All
Okay.
right.
We're going to
Yeah.
inadvertently start the Rise of Tiamat module.
Well, opens book.
Don't
Yeah.
forget.
Level 14. Let's begin.
Yeah, that would be a very interesting adventure.
Don't
That would be a
forget.
very interesting adventure.
Um.
Don't forget we
so-
have that thing to trade.
Oh, I absolutely didn't forget the Dragon Orb. No. That is. We're probably not getting in to see him without that.
All right. So
What's-
let's start heading in that direction then.
Before we, well, like we'll start the direction, but Antamila, do you need to look different?
I will look different. I will need to look different probably twice. I'm not sure how this is going to work out. But first, let me go ahead and summon Thunderfall back, if you guys will give me a little time here. Pop him back up on the way, even if.
Scream!
And Derek, would you mind? Something big and wingy would be a lovely transformation.
Do we? I mean, we already established that that's not gonna get us the whole way there. So do we even want to Are we even going to do that?
Well, it'll help with crossing the river at the very
Yeah,
least.
that's kind of the big thing right there. The river right there might
Crossing
be.
the river's not a problem.
I figured we would send the Pegasus and the flying broom back and forth or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much time would that take back and forth? Can we all just get over the thing in one go?
Uh,
Can the Pegasus still do people?
It'll depend on how good a survival check is to try to quickly find the most narrow point of the river that's safe, where you'd feel comfortable trying to kind of cross it.
Huh? Oh no, the Pegasus can fly, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
And Edmund can fly, right?
Yeah.
Right, and the broom.
And
so
the broom can fly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just need one person carried. So let's just fly across the river.
Yeah, that won't be a problem.
Okay, so
Right.
let's fly across the river.
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
I'll
That
look
was
for a
always the
good
loud one.
short spot.
You are able to find one.
Cool.
Safely too. You find a spot that doesn't seem to have any recent, tracks of devils or
Yeah.
anything like that. And yeah, you were able to cross the river just fine. And you're
For all
going
of this,
Did
normal.
we find out if Lulu can stay big?
It's an hour.
Okay, she stays for an hour. Okay, good.
Yep.
Good to know.
So,
Good to
Um,
know.
Also,
before all of this, before all of this,
Oh,
before all of this.
back in time again.
Yep, because I thought we had talked about spending that extra hour, and things may happen, on identifying these items.
Yeah, are you guys doing that? Because that is relevant.
That
That's-
one extra hour on the items. Yeah, let me go ahead and identify those.
I'm not opposed to that.
All right.
Evan doesn't have any interest in them necessarily, but he's not opposed to it. So.
All right. So you already know it's magical because of the things that you've done, detect magic on.
Right.
So the things that you kind of need to figure out are the flask of water and the flask with brass stopper.
I want to check out the obsidian stones.
No, we
There's
know those are
obsidian
not.
No,
stones.
those
They're not
aren't
magical.
They're not
just-
magical. Oh,
Yeah,
It's
sorry,
good.
I had them in the identify list, but we know they're not magic.
oh. Well, then the flask with the brass stopper
Just,
without
just the
just
things that have parentheses next to them.
Well, and we know that we know what the sack is because it was the hags things.
Yeah. So
Right.
that's
Yes.
done. And
They're
the
not-
other things are some form or fashion of poison, and then
Yeah.
there's the bottle with a bunch of smoke.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
two
look at
more
the smoke
non-poison poisons, and I want to try one of them, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
Do we know?
Good.
So we know that the sack was the hags,
Yes.
but do we know what it actually does? It's emitting necromancy, right? Like we know
Yeah,
what that gem
It's
does.
it's the soul bag, right? We already made a check on soul bags.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It just like sucks in souls or something.
Specifically, evil souls. One evil soul.
Yes. Okay, let me remember what these items are. Give me a second. Poison. So give me a poison kit check.
It don't matter.
Can I
Oh my
guidance him?
god.
Oh,
No,
wow.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I have proficiency, but it doesn't matter.
And then for the other things, it is.
Doesn't give me advantage.
All right, so the one with the smoke in it is obviously, after playing with it, you open it up to kind of test it and examine it. The one with the smoke is ever smoking bottle, so you could add that to the treasury as a magic item. And it kind of concerns you at first, is the whole area around you kind of fills with smoke. You can't see through the smoke, it's so thick. And it keeps going and going and going until it reaches a radius of 120 feet. It's like a super smoke bomb, and the cloud persists as long as the bottle remains open. If you speak a command word, which you find under the stopper, which is just smoke in Infernal. As an action, you can close the bottle, and all the smoke disperses after 10 minutes. It could also be pushed away by a wind. So, yeah.
Ooh.
Very cool. It's like a ninja smoke bomb, kind of. Now, the other item...
I'm just gonna think that maybe Edmund should hold on to the smoke bottle for one very, very good reason.
I don't know what the reason is, but okay.
True sight.
You have true sight. Yeah.
Fair.
Actually, True Sight won't let him see through this.
Really?
It
Is
is,
this normal
yeah,
experiment?
it's actually conjuring smoke. It's not like an
Oh.
illusion or anything. It's physical smoke.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah, he
Okay.
cannot see through this.
that's lovely.
Um,
That is.
yeah, you don't have X-ray vision or anything either, Edmund. So keep that in mind.
Right.
That is
It's
very-
pretty. True Sight's really good, but it's not completely infallible. There's a counter to most things in Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
This next one, you find a command word on the side of the brass stopper that holds it closed, and something very interesting happens when you open it. A scary flesh golem appears and starts trying to attack the party. But you murder it without any issues. Based on the context of something being kind of trapped in the bottle, you are pretty confident that this is a iron flask, which is a very powerful magic item. You might want to read about it.
Iron flask?
Yeah, it doesn't sound very impressive, but it is.
That's actually something I have not heard of. Do.
Looks cool.
Oh shit.
It's pretty good.
Oh,
Wait,
man,
is
if
this Mafuba, Donald?
Yeah, it's Mafuba. That's actually the command word too.
Oh, please.
It is.
Mafuba!
You have to say it like that too. That's the pronunciation.
Stupid master
You have to
Roshi.
stick your hands out.
Ugh.
I like that I had a chance to have a solar in it.
No, it was a defined creature.
That of it, like you can roll it. and-
Yeah. It's very
It's like, yeah,
awkward.
there's just a solar in there. Fuck it.
Yeah, you could trap lots of powerful things in here. So, yeah.
Man, if I was,
17
if you were a diviner wizard too, oof,
Yeah.
force him to fail it.
Yeah.
It just is a creature. That
Yeah.
might be directly useful
Yeah.
in a moment.
Oh boy. Yeah, identify spell. I was actually hoping you guys had it. I was worried you guys would open this in the middle of in the middle of the scab and have to fight this thing, which it's not very strong. You'd have no problem, but that was just kind of wearing down on your resources a little more. So now that you're out here, though, it's just a quick wrap up, easy. All right, so that's a thing. So yeah, ever smoking bottle and iron flask.
Interesting.
What was the flask of water?
You're pretty confident it's Styx water.
Got it. So am I leaving these items in the bag of holding, or do you guys, do people want those items?
Who wants to play Pokemon with the Master Ball?
You already have the Iron Bands of Binding. You have a regular Pokeball.
Yeah, that's a Pokeball.
No, I don't
Yeah.
This
think
is
we
a Master Ball.
Yeah, I think those ones broke, so we don't have them anymore.
Nah, the second one broke?
I don't think so.
I thought
Yeah,
so.
I think you broke the first one. I handed you mine.
Oh yeah, you
So
gave me yours. So I still have yours.
one.
I still
Yeah.
have one set. Yeah.
Speaking of, yeah, I'll just take the flask if it's not an attunement thing. Is the flask attunement? The iron flask?
No, definitely not.
Nice.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, I'll hold on to that. That's fine.
Yeah,
Iron flask.
that's a
and-
legendary item, by the way.
That's awesome.
It's
All right, so I will
might be
delete
worth
that.
a lot of money.
I'll leave the ever smoking bottle in my thing. Also relevant. So we have two unknown poisons left to identify, and then also relevant. We probably should have addressed this sooner, but I'm pretty sure we can make it work, so it's fine. There are 3 soul coins. Edmund does not have those on him because 1, soul coins, but 2, also he already has 2 in his bag of holding. So I'm pretty confident that more of them would make him, start having penalties and stuff. So I don't know how you want to distribute those.
I thought we took those. I thought we distributed those already, no?
The soul
three?
coin? The new 3?
No, we
From
found
the
some
scab?
more down in the scab.
Yeah, Edmund, you're not Team Soul Coin, by the way.
Right, yeah, obviously. The only reason I have the ones on me I still have is I want Anthemilla to free them. We just haven't.
Absolutely.
We just haven't had the spell slots at the time.
I have the 2 that I can carry.
Okay, so there's just one more?
I can't carry anymore.
No,
I
think
can't
so.
carry anymore.
Yeah, there are
I
3.
have 2 in my inventory right now, so did I get those from those 3?
I don't think so. I don't remember us doling them out.
I thought we
I don't remember
distributed them.
having them beforehand, yeah. I don't remember having a soul coin before we went to the scab.
If you guys think we doled them out already, that's fine.
Yeah, I think we distributed them already.
Sure. I'll delete them off the list. I just
'Cause
know due to...
I didn't have any, and then I have 2 now. So
Sure. All right. So we have 2 unknown poisons left. That's it. Everything else has been identified.
Yep.
All right. Let's get across this river.
Yeah, you are across the river.
Let's start on our way to this Archon fellow.
Hat of disguise.
Okay, so
And if
you are wearing the Hat of Disguise and not Edmund.
Oh gosh. Well, someone said we might need it.
It's fine.
Are you sure it's fine? Because we could hide that thing.
It
just
is.
in case.
It'll be fine.
Are you... okay.
Okay.
be ready to teleport us out, Lulu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, if you want, I could, I could hold on to some of those soul coins for you. Lulu, everyone's passive insight realizes Lulu is scheming something.
Can you free the soul coins now, Lulu?
Lulu doesn't say anything.
We're going to free the souls from them, Lulu. So we don't want to just to abandon them somewhere or anything like that. Make sure that Anthemilla has the spells available. We just have to
Set it
find
up and get
time to do it.
Right. Alright, so you guys kind of start to make your travel. You have to take it's a little more than a day on foot. So you'll need to you'll want to probably rest on the way. Is there anything you want to do before you reach the tower?
I'm just changing out a spell.
Did you want to put that?
Is it only taking us 1 day?
That's
do we want to?
It's more than a day. It's like I forgot you weren't flying the whole way. That's right. It's about 3 days
Eek.
by foot.
Yeah. I mean, we want to hope to find the Emporium.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
And if we are gonna do that, it would be nice if we could get it over with by the end of this session.
Yeah, if it's gonna be 3 days, let me go ahead and Derek, how much do you think this flask is worth?
Can I do an intelligence check?
I don't think I should sell it.
Sure. Yeah.
Can we
And I am
guidance
absolutely
that?
helping him with that.
I was like, can we guidance that too? Like, can Anthemilla help and I can guidance?
Sure.
Any specific type?
Nope.
History would be fine. Actually, Arcana would work too. You could add whatever your Arcana proficiency is.
They're the same, so.
Okay. Yeah, you're not entirely sure, but due to the sheer power and implications of an item, you would assume it's priceless. If you're talking about the Iron Flask.
Priceless.
Yeah. So some ridiculously high amount of money.
Interesting.
Walk in. Give me everything you have for this.
Yeah. You remember the last time you tried to trade a really valuable item, though, at the Emporium? And while you're having this discussion, you happen to notice in the distance some shiny, colorful tents. Telltale signs of the Wandering Emporium.
Interesting.
This is on your
Okay.
first day, by the way.
Okay, good. Okay, so quick. Edmund, stay outside. Did you want us to pick anything out for you?
Nope.
Okay. Do we want to try and accept that garbage deal with the tax?
What was the garbage deal?
20,000, I think it was.
Wait, what deal for what?
Oh, for the
Trading
tax.
the tax to
Now
Mahadi.
we're attacked.
I mean, at this point, we've held on to it so long. Are we going to get any value otherwise?
Yeah, we might as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
I
We'll
can
see if we
get
can
some
talk
arrows.
about the 25 or 30, maybe. That would be nice.
I could use some more arrows.
Do we?
I mean, the goal of us finding this place again is to get a scrying ball. So, if it gives us enough money for that, then
Oh, I need more than a scrying ball. I need one very, very important thing other than a scrying ball. And no, it's not. I mean, yes, it's a weapon, but no, it's not the weapon alone. I need a powdered ruby worth 1,000 GP as well as some rare incense.
Okay, so shopping episode begins for our wrap up.
that's for the shrine.
That's for forbiddance.
Oh, I don't know what that is, so that's fine.
Alright,
For
let's-
sake of ease,
Yeah.
can I say one of us is taking the bag of holding?
Yeah.
So
Sure.
we do have option to trade stuff, whatever.
So
So
you
we
guys
are-
are going to the
Oh, shit,
Emporium?
where's that?
I mean, we're asking for it, so I think we are going to the Emporium.
Okay.
Lulu,
Walk
do you
up
want
to-
to stay out here with me since you don't like Mahadi?
I'll stay here to keep you safe. And she winks at you knowingly.
You're terrible at this, Lulu.
She telepathically says the thing to you again. Kind of does a huge, dramatic, obvious wink. And, yeah, so she'll stay behind you with you, Edmund.
Sure.
Alright, everyone else. You approach the Emporium. Mahadi greets you with open arms as always. Ah, welcome back, my friends. Ah, what happened to the righteous one? I hope he didn't die.
He's
He
scouting
says-
ahead for us, maybe.
He sounds genuine when he says that, by the way. We got the arms wide open. Good job, Edmund.
Yeah.
So how can the Wandering Emporium help you today? This is a dangerous part of area. Prices might have gone up for some things. He smiles devilishly.
Interesting.
So I think we need to, just pick up a couple items and trade over at the bazaar.
Sure. Well, our facilities are open to you.
Are you still going to hang-rang us with that terrible deal for this tact?
Oh, it is a terrible tack, isn't it? And he smiles very, very wide. And he says, I might be able to offer 15,000 gold for it.
15,000?
He shrugs and smiles.
You said 20,000 before.
Times have changed.
Interesting. So you don't know how valuable this thing is either. Interesting.
Definitely not. You can't even say
We're
that
not gonna
line.
make any more use out of it.
You had your chance, nerds.
Just sell it.
I'll sell it to you for 20,000. Otherwise, I'm just gonna throw it in the river.
Give me a persuasion check. You could also choose deception if you'd like, because that's an obvious bluff. But up to you.
Oh, wait. You think I'm bluffing?
Eh,
Wait, you
Eh.
actually think I'm bluffing? I'm dead serious.
I don't care if you do. It just seems. Okay, let me make his. And he says, "You venture to this part of Avernus. You seem desperate." It says 15,000.
I guess it's going in the river then.
We'll take it. This is not your item to part of alone, Antamilla.
Come on, Eldrin. I don't want to deal with him trying to obviously screw us over. At least before we didn't actually know exactly how priceless this thing was.
Let's just make use of what we need to.
Okay, fine.
I'm glad you see
But you
reason,
do it.
friend.
It's not reason, you snake.
He says, "I can assure you, I have no forked tongue, friend." And he will clap twice, and someone will come from the couriers guild from to the southwest. Oh, let me put you guys on the map. Actually, realize I didn't have you guys. Edmund's not really here, so I'm merging. And Lulu's not. They're inside. They're getting bloodbaths.
No.
And he says, bring 15,000 of gold. Do you want it in gold, silver, copper, platinum? I'm a generous host.
I look at Eldrin. I'm not even talking about it anymore.
Just gold is fine.
Fair enough.
Or diamonds. Nakakatayin in diamonds.
Diamond. Okay.
Easier to carry.
You know what? I'll take 1,000 of that in rubies, please. Thank you.
Oh, today we have an upcharge on conversion to rubies, actually.
I don't think he likes you very much.
I disagree. I like her very much. Smiles at you, Antamila.
I'm not looking at him at all. Because if he can read my mind right now, he's probably... Yeah, it's bad.
You actually, Antamila, while you're looking away, I'm just gonna assume you're looking to the right. You see Burmy walk up to the tent and kind of look at you with wide eyes. And the courier goes over and brings a chest filled with 15,000 gold.
Oh my god.
He says, "Of course, the cost of the chest is taken from the gold."
Wait, I thought we were getting diamonds.
Oh, that's right. My apologies. Diamonds, you idiot. Did you hear him? He sounds angry. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the man just kind of grovels away, talks to the Mzinu to the southwest, and who hits him in the back of the head. And he goes inside the tent and comes back out with a chest filled with diamonds. 15,000 gold worth of diamonds. Or diamonds worth 15,000 gold. You got it.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I got it.
On the
Thank you for
on
the
the
tack.
topic of diamonds, how much do you think this jewel would be worth? And I pull out that one specific diamond.
The large diamond.
It would be
The
whatever I
large.
told you the value was. Did I tell you the value?
I didn't have
So
the value next to it.
so we did a
Yeah,
check.
it was like
Here's the thing: we did a
10,000.
check, screwed it up, and said it could be anywhere from 2,000 to 20,000. Who knows?
Oh boy.
So that's the problem.
oh
Is
well, you guys are about to get screwed. Whatever it is. All right, let's see.
Why didn't you just say 10,000? Cut it even.
Well, I have to look it up actually. Oh wow. Okay. So, do you mind if Mahadi takes a look? He holds out his hand.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
I put my hand down. You can't tell how much it is from there. Aren't you an experienced merchant in this area? I'm sure you've seen something like this before.
He doesn't look annoyed at all when you say that, and he kind of smiles and says, "Yes, which is why I'd like to appraise it with this." And from his pocket, with his other hand, he pulls out a very small lensed glass. You imagine it's for looking at things very closely. Well,
I walk off towards Bernie. Do what you will, Derek. Just be careful.
and he looks at you expectantly, Derek.
I was asking him.
Yeah,
How-
he's like holding out his hand so he can inspect the diamond.
Oh,
He asked if he could hold
sorry,
it.
I misunderstood. Yeah, I'll put it in his. I'll hand it to him.
All right. Takes the diamond. And give me an Arcana check, actually.
Sure.
Ooh.
You're pretty confident that you had the feeling before you thought you caught a glimpse of something. There's something weird about this guy. Can't really make out specifically what it is. Something with his hands, though. Maybe an illusion, maybe transmutation. Something's going on there. Anyway, he takes the diamond, kind of peers at it closely, and kind of nods his head. And he hands it back to you. And he says, it is a fine diamond, I would say. And he says, I think you could probably fetch 3,000 from the right buyer. Kind of looks and kind of it's looking like he's trying to calculate numbers. You know how people kind of sit there and kind of like think for a second. He's like, yeah, I think about 3,000.
All right. Well, thank you for your appraisal.
He nods.
And I'll stick my hand out back, expecting the diamond.
Oh yeah, he had already handed it to you. My
Yeah, he
apologies.
handed it.
Okay, cool.
Yep. All right, Antamila, you approach Burmy. She looks at you with urgency, and she says, so you're back here again. You remember that present I gave you?
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to wear it a lot.
Okay.
She chuckles nervously. Okay, good. I wish Edmund was here, dude. Alright, that's all I wanted to say.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. He goes back to her chair. Far away. For Chairland. Chairland, Chair-Hio. Population chair. Alright. What do you guys want to do?
Going back to the party perplexed. Apparently I have to keep my hairstyle. My head covering, if you will. But yeah, I need to pick up some powdered ruby, guys. And yeah, some incense and stuff. We got holy water, so I do need some rare incense. I have incense. I don't know if that counts, but man, that's like with the priest kit. So I want to go buy some powdered ruby.
Okay.
Sure. I don't need anything. I'm just here for whatever she needs. I don't care.
So, anything that you want to buy has the normal Wandering Emporium markup.
20%, right?
Yeah, except for the cost of converting rubies today seems to be at a 30% markup.
Oh, so that would be $1,300.
For 1,000 gold worth. Yes.
Done.
Are you getting them powdered?
I need them powdered.
Yep, they could take care of that service for you. They have the rubies, and you could bring them to the salamanders at the Fire Snake Forge, and they're happy to help you out with that.
You don't have
And by
pre-powdered ruby
happy,
in there?
they don't have it already like powdered, but they absolutely have plenty of rubies.
Interesting that you don't have pre-powdered rubies.
Yeah, it's not a.
How much is rare incense, by the way? Because there's no, like, is it like, because it says it's like, holy water, rare incense, and powder ruby worth 1,000. Is that the whole thing, or is that just a ruby that's worth 1,000?
For Forbiddens,
Yeah.
I think it's
Just
just the
the
total cost of all the materials, probably.
Oh, well, in that case, let me get like 500 worth of powdered ruby, which I can't really do that math right now. Half of 150, so 650, and then the rest is rare incense, which I suppose if that's 500, that would be 100, so 600, so
Hold on, let me just double check.
1250.
Let me just double check.
what?
Sprinkling of holy water, comma, rare incense, comma, and I don't know. It's specifically the ruby. I think the way this reads, but you could still get it.
Yeah, the ruby's 1,000. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And yeah, then those the 13 for the ruby, and then just rare incense, which I
Yeah, I'm just
how
gonna
much-
just say whatever the cost of incense is times 2,
Okay.
which I think is like 1 silver or something ridiculous.
Yeah. I'll throw a gold on in there. Why not?
Yeah, it's. I don't even see the cost of it.
Okay, so there's that. While we're here, did you guys want to pick up anything else? Eldrin, more arrows?
Yeah.
Eldred has every arrow in existence.
Yeah, those the ones we were fighting with all those arrows in the hallway. He like collected a bunch, I think.
Yeah, I would just do magic arrows if anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
So now that leaves us with how much?
I mean, we can just say out of the 15,000 that we just made.
Well, that's 1,000 down, and then 300 on top of that. So 14,000.
13,700.
Thank you. 13,700. So we have 13,700 of the new money that we have. Is there anything anybody wanted to buy really quickly that's already on their list that they can afford that we can get while we're here?
Trying to remember how much everything is. Trying to find the.
Yeah, I'm
I
opening
think
up
we have a very handy Facebook post for that.
the Facebook thing. But I mean, we are against the time, so do we want to?
I could give you the cliffhanger lead-in text for the next episode.
Yeah, do we want to just like do this offline?
Yeah, you
let's
guys
do that
can shop
offline.
offline.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
All right, so the lead-in text for next is. All right, I closed it. So, and you're definitely still wearing the hat of disguise on, Tamila? What do you make yourself look like?
Oh yeah. Well, I guess that answered my question because you recognized me straight off the bat. I want to make sure I am not a tiefling,
Okay.
so no horns. Let's go with black hair and like cinnamon complexion,
So
Okay.
just a human.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
like a
just
normal human, if you will.
So
I'm human and I totally live here.
after a couple more days of travel, a dark tower looms on the horizon. Its black spire rising hundreds of feet. Its ramparts bristling with charred skulls mounted on iron spikes. The tower's apex splits into 5 narrower spires that jab at the sky like clawed fingers. Circling above the tower's peak is a great white dragon stained with ash and soot. As you get closer to the tower, you notice figures shuffling atop its ramparts, undead guards in various states of decay. As you approach, the dragon roars loudly, and you see some forces organizing in front of the spire. That is where we will leave it for this week. Tune in next week, or possibly, maybe actually for real this time, the final episode of Descent into Avernus.